Right. Welcome to this Zoom reading of Instant Shakespeare, The Merry Wives of Windsor. Let's all introduce ourselves and the characters we're playing. I'll start since I'm David Cedar, Playmaster, and Sir John Falstaff. Vicky. Vicky?
Vicky Devaney, Mr. Page.
Angus. Just going down the
Angus
line.
Hepburn, Justice Shallow.
Ben.
Bennett Pology, I'll be Master Ford.
Asher.
Asher Suswine, I'm the host of the Garden.
Let's see. Well, I don't see anybody else. So Kate. Kate. Okay. Are you still there?
You just said in the chat that she was admitted as an audience member, so she's got to be.
Oh, she's got to be promoted. Okay, hold on a minute. I don't know how to do that, so somebody needs to do it.
Hi.
Yes.
Anne Page, Bardoff, William, Rugby, and Robin.
Okay. Let's see. Asher. I mean Larry. Oh, too many Ashers.
Big difference.
Okay. Lawrence Asher, I'll be doing Master Page.
Okay, and Megan.
Megan Cooper, I'll be reading Mistress Ford.
Clinton.
I'm Clinton Powell. I'm reading Pistol and Dr. Kais.
Michael.
Yeah, I'm Michael Irvin Pollard. I'm reading Slender and Simple and Servant.
Let's see, who did I miss? Speak up, who I missed.
Me, Christina Osterling, reading Mistress Quickly.
And me, Stephen Brown, being Sir Hugh Evans.
And me, Drew Bolander, reading Fenton, Nim, and Second Servant.
And Ben.
You already covered me. I'm Bennett Pology, and I'm still Master Ford.
Okay. Anybody else? If that's the lot. All right, let's get going. Act 1, Scene 1.
Are you giving the characters involved, or we just get underway?
Is there a problem?
We're not doing Who's There. Okay. Say, you persuade me not, I will make a Star Chamber matter of it. If he were 20, Sir John Falstaff, he shall not abuse Robert Shallow, Esquire.
In the county of Gloucester, justice of peace and quorum.
Cousin Slender and Castellorum.
Aye, and Rattleorum too, and a gentleman born, Master Parson, who writes himself Armagero, and any bill, warrant, quittance, or obligation, Armagero.
That I do, and have done any time these 300 years.
All his successors gone before him hath don't, and all his ancestors that come after him may. They may give the dozen white luces in their coat.
Oh, it is an old coat.
A dozen white louses do become an old coat. Well, it agrees well, peasant. It is a familiar beast to man and signifies love.
The loose is the fresh fish. The salt fish is an old
I may quarter,
coat.
cuz.
You may, by marrying.
It is marring indeed, if you quarter it.
Not a whit.
Yes, fine lady, if he has a quarter of your coat, there is but 3 skirts for yourself. In my simple conjectures, but that is all one. If Sir John Falstaff hath committed disparagements unto you, I am of the church, and will be glad to do my benevolence to make atonements and compromises between you.
The council shall hear it. It is a riot.
It is not meet the council hear a riot. There is no fear of God in a riot. The council, look, you shall desire to hear the fear of God, and not to hear a riot. Take advisements in that.
Oh, my life, if I were young again, the sword should end it.
It is better that friends is the sword and end it. And there is also another device to my praying, which is peradventure brings good discretions with it. There is that. Page, who is the daughter of Master Thomas Page. Oh, it is pretty, virginity.
Oh, Mistress Anne Page. Oh, she has brown hair and speaks like a small woman.
It is a fiery person for all the world, just as you will desire. And £700 of monies and gold and silver is a grandsire upon death's bed, got to deliver to a joyful resurrection's give. When she be able to overtake 17 years old, it were a good motion if we leave our pribbles and our prabbles and desire a marriage between Master Abraham and Mistress Anne Page.
Did her grandsire leave her £700?
Aye, and her father is to make her a pretty penny.
Oh, I know the young gentlewoman. She has good gifts.
The £700 and the possibilities is good gifts.
Well, let us see, honest Mistress Page. Is Falstaff there?
Shall I tell you a lie? I do despise a liar, and I do despise one that is false, or as I despise one that is not true. The knight Sir John is there, and I beseech you be ruled by your well-willers. I will pick the door for Master Page. But oh, God bless us in your house here.
Is there?
Here is God's blessing and your friend and Justice Shallow, and here young Master Slender. The peradventure shall tell you another tale if matters grow to your likings.
I am glad to see your worship well. I thank you for my venison, Master Shallow.
Master Page, I am glad to see you. Much good do it, your good heart. I wish your venison better. It were ill killed. How doth good Mistress Page? And I thank you always with my heart. With my heart.
Sir, I thank you.
Sir, I thank you by yea and no I do.
I'm glad to see you, Master Slender.
Yeah, how does your fellow greyhound, sir? I heard say he was run out on council.
I could not be judged, sir.
No, you'll not confess. You'll not confess.
No, that he will not. It is your fault. 'Tis your fault. 'Tis a good dog.
A curse, sir.
Sir, he's a good dog and a fair dog. Can there be more said? He is good and fair. Is Sir John Falstaff here?
Oh, sir, he is within, and I would I could do a good office between you.
It is spoke as a Christian ought to speak.
Oh, he hath wronged me, Master Page.
Sir, he doth in some sort confess it.
If it be confessed, it is not redressed. Is not that so, Master Page? He hath wronged me, indeed he hath, at a word he hath. Believe me, Robert Shallow, Esquire, saith, he is wrong.
Here comes Sir John.
Now, Master Shallow, you'll complain of me to the king?
Knight, you have beaten my men, killed my deer, and broke open my lodge.
But not kissed your keeper's daughter.
This shall be answered.
I will answer it straight. I have done all this. This is now answered.
The council shall know this.
'Twere better for you if it were known in council. You'll be laughed at.
How clever, Master John. Good words.
Good what? Good cabbage. Slender, I broke your head. What matter have you against me?
Well, marry, sir, I have matter in my head against you and against your coney-catching rascals, Bardolph, Nim, and Pistol.
You Banbury cheese.
Aye, it is no matter.
How now, Mephistopheles?
Aye, it is no matter.
Him?
1 second. End of play. Didn't know I was reading them until today. Slice, I say. Pauka pauka, since that's my humor.
Where's Simple, my man? Can you tell, cousin?
Pray, peace, I pray you. Now, let us understand. There is 3 umpires in this matter, as I understand. That is Master Page, fidelicet Master Page, and there is myself, fidelicet myself, and there are the 3 party is lastly and finally mine host of the Garter.
We 3 to hear it, and end it between them.
Very good. I will make a brief of it in my notebook, and we will afterwards talk on the cause with as great discreetly as we can.
Pistol?
He hears with ears.
The devil and his time. What phrase it is he hears with ear? Why, it is affectations.
Pistol, did you pick Master Slender's purse?
Aye, by these gloves did he, or I might never come in mine own great chamber again else, of 7 groats, or mill sixpences, or 2 Edward shovelboards that cost me 2 shillings and 2 pence apiece of Yeed Miller, by these gloves.
Is this true, Pistol?
No, it is false, if it is a purse.
Aha! Thou mountain foreigner, Sir John and mastermind, I combat challenge of this Latin bilbo, word of denial of thy labrus here, word of denial, froth, and scum thou liest!
By these gloves, then 'twas he.
Be advised, sir, and pass good humors. I will say merry trap with you. If you run the nut hook humor on me, that is the very note of it.
By this hat, then he and the red face had it. For though I cannot remember what I did when you made me drunk, yet I am not altogether an ass.
What say you, Scarlet and John?
Why, sir, for my part, I say the gentleman had drunk himself out of his 5 sentences.
His 5 senses. 5, what the ignorances.
And being fop, sir, was, as they say, cashiered, and so conclusions passed the carriers.
Aye, you spake in Latin then too, but 'tis no matter. I'll ne'er be drunk whilst I live again, but in honest, civil, godly company for this trick. If I be drunk, I'll be drunk at those that have the fear of God, and not with drunken knaves.
So God unto me, that is a virtuous mind.
You hear all these matters denied, gentlemen. You hear it.
Nay, daughter, carry the wine in. We'll drink within.
Oh, heaven. This is Mistress Anne Page.
How now, Mistress Ford?
Mistress Ford, by my troth, you are very well met. By your leave, good mistress.
Wife, bid these gentlemen welcome. Come, we have a hot venison pasty to dinner. Come, gentlemen, I hope we shall drink down all unkindness.
I had rather than 40 shillings I had my book of songs and sonnets here. How now, Simple, where have you been? I must wait on myself, must I? You have not the book of riddles about you, have you?
Book of Riddles? Why did you not lend it to Alice Shortcake upon All Hallowmass last? Fortnight for Michaelmas.
Come, cuz, we stay for you. A word with you, cuz, marry this, cuz there is as 'twere a tinder, a kind of tinder, made afar off by so few who hear. Do you understand me?
Aye, sir, you shall find me reasonable. If it be so, I shall do that is reason.
Nay, but understand me.
No, so I do, sir. So I do, sir.
Give ear to his motions, Master Slender. I will description the matter to you, if you be capacity of it.
Oh, nay, I will do as my cousin Shallow says. I pray you pardon me. He's a justice of the peace in his country, simple though I stand here.
But that is not the question. The question is concerning your marriage.
Aye, there's the point, sir.
Marry it, is it? The very point of it, to Mistress Anne Page.
Why, if it be so, I will marry her upon any reasonable demands.
But can you affection the one? Let us command to know that of your mouth or of your lips, for divers philosophers hold that the lips is parcel of the mouth. Therefore, precisely, can you carry your goodwill to the maid?
Cousin Abraham Slender, can you love her?
I hope so. I will do as it shall become one that would do reason.
Nay, God's lords and his ladies, you must speak possible. If you can carry your desires towards her.
That you must. Will you, upon good dowry, marry her?
I will do greater thing than that upon your request, cousin, in any reason.
Nay, conceive me, sweet cuz. What I do is to pleasure you, cuz. Can you love the maid?
Well, I will marry her, sir, at your request, but if there be no great love in the beginning, yet heaven may decrease it upon better acquaintance when we are married and have more occasion to know one another. I hope upon familiarity will grow more content. But if you say marry her, I will marry her, and that I am freely dissolved and dissolutely.
It is a very discretion answer, save the whole is in the odd dissolutely, though the word is, according to our meaning, resolutely. His meaning is good.
I think my cousin meant well.
Aye, or else I might be hanged, la.
Oh, here comes fair Mistress Anne. My father, would I were young for your sake, Mistress Anne.
The dinner is on the table. My father desires your worship's company.
Oh, I will wait on him, fair Mistress Anne.
God's blessed will, I will not be absent at the grace.
Will't please your worship to come in, sir?
No, I thank you forsooth heartily. I am very well.
The dinner attends you, sir.
I am not a hungry, thank you, forsooth. Go, sirrah, for all you are my man. Go wait upon my cousin Shallow. A justice of peace sometime may be beholding to his friend for a man. I keep but 3 men, and a boy yet, till my mother be dead. But what though, yet I live like a poor gentleman born.
I may not go in without your worship. They will not sit till you come.
I faith, I'll eat nothing. I thank you as much as though I did.
I pray you, sir, walk in.
I had rather walk here, I thank you. I bruised my shin the other day while playing at sword and dagger with the master of fence. 3 venes for a dish of stewed prunes, and by my troth I cannot abide the smell of hot meat since. Why do your dogs bark so? Be they bears in the town?
I think there are, sir. I heard them talked of.
I love the sport well, but I shall as soon quarrel at it as any man in England. You are afraid if you see the bear loose, are you not?
I indeed, sir.
That's meat and drink to me now. I have seen Saskison loose 20 times and have taken him by the chain. But I warrant you, the women have so cried and shrieked at it that it passed. But women, indeed, cannot abide them. They are very ill-favored, rough things.
Come, gentle Master Splendor, come. We stay for you.
I'll eat nothing, I thank you, sir.
By cock and pie, you shall not choose, sir. Come, come.
Nay, pray, you lead the way.
Come on, sir.
No, Mr. Anne, yourself shall go first.
Not I, sir. Pray you keep on.
Truly, I will not go first. Truly, la, I will not do you that wrong.
I pray you, sir.
I rather be unmannerly than troublesome. You do yourself wrong indeed, la.
Go your ways and ask of Dr. Key's house, which is the way. And there dwells one Mistress Quickly, which is in the manner of his nurse, or his dry nurse, or his cook, or his laundry, his washer, and his wringer.
Well, sir.
Nay, it is better yet. Give her this letter, for it is a woman that altogether is acquaintance with Mistress Anne Page, and the letter is to desire and require her to solicit your master's desires to Mistress Anne Page. I pray you be gone. I will make an end of my dinner. There's pippins and cheese to come.
Mine host of the Garter?
What says my bully rook? Speak scholarly and wisely.
Truly, mine host, I must turn away some of my followers.
Discard, bully Hercules, cashier. Let them wag, trot, trot.
I sit at £10 a week.
Thou art an emperor, Caesar, Kaiser, and Feezer. I will entertain Bardolph. He shall draw, he shall tap. Said I well, bully Hector?
Do so, good mine host.
I have spoke, let him follow. Let me see thee froth and lime. I am at a word, follow.
Bardolph, follow him. A tapster is a good trade. An old cloak makes a new jerkin. A withered serving man, a fresh tapster. Go, adieu. Adolf?
It is a life that I have desired. I will thrive.
Base Hungarian wight, will the spigot wield?
He was gotten in drink, is not the humor conceited?
I am glad to be. I am so acquit of that tinderbox. His thefts were too open. His filching was like an unskillful singer. He kept not time.
The good humor is to steal at a minute's rest.
Convey, the wise would call it. Steal? A fico for the phrase.
Well, sirs, I am almost out at heels.
Why then let kibes ensue?
There is no remedy. I must catch. I must shift.
Young ravens must have food.
Which of you know Ford of this town?
I ken the wight. He is of substance good.
My honest lads, I will tell you what I'm about.
2 yards and more?
No quips now, pistol. Indeed, I am in the waist 2 yards about, but I am now about no waste. I am about thrift. Briefly, I do mean to make love to Ford's wife. I spy entertainment in her. She discourses, she carves, she gives the leer of invitation. I can construe the action of her familiar style, and the hardest voice of her behavior, to be Englished rightly, is I am Sir John Falstaff's.
He hath studied her will and translated her will out of honesty into English.
The anchor is deep. Will the humor pass?
Now, the report goes she has all the rule of her husband's purse. He hath a legend of angels.
As many devils entertain, and to her boy say I.
The humor rises. It is good. Humor me the angels.
I have writ me here a letter to her, and here another to Page's wife, who even now gave me good eyes, to examine my parts with most judicious Iliads. Sometimes the beam of her view gilded my foot, sometimes my portly belly.
Then did the sun on dunghill shine.
I thank thee for that humor.
Oh, she did so course all my exteriors with such a greedy intention that the appetite of her eye did seem to scorch me up like a burning glass. Here's another letter to her. She bears the purse too. She is a regent in Guiana, all gold and bounty. I will be cheaters to them both, and they shall be exchequers to me. They shall be by East and West Indies, and I will trade to them both. Go, bear thou this letter to Mistress Page, and thou this to Mistress Ford. We will thrive, lads, we will thrive.
Shall I, sir, Pandarus of Troy become, and by my side wear steel? Then Lucifer take all.
I will run no base humor. Here, take the humor letter. I will keep the behavior of reputation.
Hold, sirrah. Robin, bear you these letters tightly. Sail like my pinnace to these golden shores. Rogues, hence, avaunt, vanish like hailstones, go, trudge, plod of the hoof, seek shelter, pack. Falstaff will learn the utter of the age. French thrift, you rogues, myself and skirted Page.
Let vultures gripe thy guts for gourd, and Fulham holds in high and low, beguiles the rich and poor. Tester I'll have in pouch when thou shalt lack. Base Phrygian Turk!
I have operations. Which humor of revenge?
Wilt thou revenge?
Oh, by Welkin and her star.
With wit or steel?
With both humors, I will discuss the humor of this love to Ford.
And I to Page shall eke unfold how Falstaff, varlet vile, his dove will prove, his gold will hold, and his soft couch defile.
My humor shall not cool. I will incense Ford to deal with poison. I will possess him with yallowness, for the revolt of mine is dangerous. That is my true humor.
Thou'rt are the Mars of malcontents. I second thee. Troop on.
What, John Rugby? I pray thee, Go to the casement and see if you can see my master. Master Dr. Kai is coming. If he do, Faith, and find anybody in the house, here will be an old abusing of God's patience and the king's English.
I'll go watch.
Go, and we'll have a posset for it soon at night, Faith, at the latter end of the sea coal fire. Ah, an honest, willing, kind fellow as ever servant shall come and house withal. And I warrant you, no telltale nor no breed bait. His worst fault is that he is given to prayer. He is something peevish that way. But no body but has his fault. But let that pass. Peter Simple, you say your name is.
Aye, for fault of the better.
And Master Slender's your master?
Aye, forsooth.
Does he not wear a great round beard like a glover's paring knife?
Oh no, forsooth, he hath but a little wee face with a little yellow beard, a cane-coloured beard.
A softly sprited man, is he not?
Aye, forsooth, but he is as tall a man of his hands as any is between this and his head. He hath fought with a Warner.
Oh, how say you? Oh, I should remember him. Does he not hold up his head, as it were, and strut with his gait?
Yes, indeed does he.
Well, heaven send Anne Page no worse fortune. Tell Master Parson Evans I will do what I can for your master. Anne is a good girl, and I wish...
Out at last, here comes my master.
Oh, we shall all be shent. Run in here, good young man. Go into this closet. He will not stay long. What, John Rugby? John! What, John? I say, go, John, go inquire for my master. I doubt he be not well, that he comes not home. And down, 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 down.
What does you sing? I do not like these toys. Pray you, go and fetch me in my closet, and what I read. Books, green books. Do you intend what I speak? Green books.
Aye, forsooth. I'll fetch it you. Glad he went not in himself. If he had found the young man, he would have been horn mad.
For a hand, je me fais la collège Fs.
Is it this, sir?
Oui, mette-la en mon pour qui depeach quickly. Where is that knave Rugby?
What, John Rugby? John!
Here, sir.
You are John Rugby, and you are Jacques Rugby. Come, take your rapier and come after my heels to the court.
'Tis ready, sir. Here in the porch.
Bemetret a terry too long, it's me. Car j'ai oublié, there is some simples in my closet that I will not, for the world, I shall leave behind.
I may. He'll find the young man in there and be mad.
Oh, diable, what is in my closet? Villainy, Leroon, Rugby, my rapier.
Good master, be content.
Wherefore shall I be content? Ah?
The young man is an honest man.
What shall the honest man do in my closet? There is no honest man that shall come in my closet.
I beseech you, be not so phlegmatic. Hear the truth of it. He came of an errand to me from Parson Hugh.
Well?
Aye, forsooth, to desire her too.
Peace, I pray you.
Peace of your tongue. Speak of your tale.
To desire this honest gentlewoman, your maid, to speak a good word to Mistress Anne Page for my master in the way of marriage.
Oh, this is all indeed, law, but I'll ne'er put my finger in the fire and need not.
So you send a you. Rugby, borrow me some paper. Tarry you a little a while.
I am glad he is so quiet. If he had been thoroughly moved, you should have heard him so loud and so melancholy. But notwithstanding, man, I'll do you, your master, what good I can. And the very yea and the no is the French doctor, my master. Call him my master, look you, for I keep his house, and I wash, wring, brew, bake, scour, dress meat and drink, make the beds, and do all myself.
Oh, 'tis a great charge to come under one body's hand.
Are you avised to that? You shall find it a great charge, and to be up early and down late. But notwithstanding, to tell you in your ear, I would have no words of it. My master himself is in love with Mistress Anne Page. But notwithstanding that, I know, and well, that's neither here nor there.
You, Jackknape, give us this letter to Sir Hugh. Baka, it is a challenge. I will cut his throat in the pack, and I will teach a scurvy jackknape priest to meddle or make. You may be gone. It is not good you tarry here. Baka, I will cut all his 2 stones. Baka, he shall not have a stone to throw at his dog.
Alas, he speaks but for his friend.
It is no matter of that. Do not you tell me that I shall have Anne Page for myself. Baka, I will kill the Jack priest, and I have appointed men oath of the duty to measure our weapon. Baka, I will myself have Anne Page.
Sir, the maid loves you, and all shall be well. We must give folks leave to prate. What the goodyear?
Rugby, come to the court with me, Baka. If I have not Anne Page, I shall turn your head out of my door. Follow my ears, Rugby.
You shall have Anne Fool's head of your own. Now, I know Anne's mind for that. Never a woman in Windsor knows more of Anne's mind than I do, nor can do more than I do with her. I thank heaven.
Who's with in there, ho?
Who's there, I trow? Come near the house, I pray you.
How now, good woman, how dost thou?
The better that it pleases your good worship to ask.
What news? How does my pretty Anne Page?
In truth, sir, and she is pretty and honest and gentle, and one that is your friend. I can tell you that, by the way. I praise heaven for it.
Shall I do any good, thinkst thou? Shall I not lose my suit?
Troth, sir, all is in his hands above. But notwithstanding, Master Fenton, I'll be sworn on a book she loves you. Have not your worship a wart above your eye?
Yes, Mary, have I? What of that?
Well, thereby hangs a tale. Good faith, it is such another Nan, but I detest an honest maid as ever broke bread. We had an hour's talk of that wart. I shall never laugh but in that maid's company. But indeed, she is given too much to alicolly and musing. But for you, well, go to.
Well, I shall see her today. Hold, there's more for thee. Let me have thy voice in my behalf. If thou seest her before me, commend me.
Will I? Faith that we will. And I will tell your worship more of that word the next time we have confidence, and of the other wooers.
Well, farewell. I'm in great haste now.
Farewell to your worship. Truly an honest gentleman. But Anne loves him not, for I know Anne's mind as well as any other does. Out upon it, what have I forgot?
What? Have 'scaped letters in the holiday time of my beauty, and am I now a subject for them? Let me see. Ask me no reason why I love you, for though love use reason for his precision, he admits him not for his counselor. You are not young. No more am I. Go to then, there's sympathy. You are merry, so am I. Ha, ha. Then there's more sympathy. You love sack, and so do I. Would you desire better sympathy? Let it suffice thee, Mistress Page. At the least, if the love of soldier can suffice, that I love thee. I will not say pity me. 'Tis not a soldier-like phrase, but I say love me. By me, thine own true knight, by day or night, or any kind of light, with all his might, for thee to fight John Falstaff. What a Herod of Jury is this? Oh, wicked, wicked world. One that is well nigh worn to pieces with age, to show himself a young gallant. What an unweighed behavior hath this Flemish drunkard picked with the devil's name out of my conversation, that he dares in this manner assay me. Why, he hath not been thrice in my company. What should I say to him? I was then frugal of my mirth, heaven forgive me. Why, I'll exhibit a bill in Parliament for the putting down of men. How shall I be revenged on him? For revenged I will be, as sure as his guts are made of puddings.
Mistress Page, trust me, I was going to your house.
And trust me, I was coming to you. You look very ill.
Nay, I'll ne'er believe that. I have to show for the contrary.
Faith, but you do in my mind.
Well, I do then. Yet I say I could show you to the contrary. Oh, Mistress Page, give me some counsel.
What's the matter, woman?
Oh, woman, if it were not for one trifling respect, I could come to such honor.
Hang the trifle, woman, take the honor. What is it? Dispense with trifles, what is it?
If I would but go to hell for an eternal moment or so, I could be knighted.
What, thou liest? Sir Alice Ford? These knights will hack, and so shall thou shoulder not alter the article of thy gentry.
We burn daylight. Here, read. Read. Perceive how I may be knighted. I shall think the worst of fat men as long as I have an eye to make difference of men's liking. Oh, and yet he would not swear, praise women's modesty, and gave such orderly and well-behaved reproof to all uncomeliness that I would have sworn his disposition would have gone to the truth of his words, but they do no more adhere and keep place together than the 100 psalms to the tune of Greensleeves. What tempest I trow through this whale, with so many tons of oil in his belly, ashore at Windsor. How shall I be revenged on him? I think the best way were to entertain him with hope till the wicked fire of lust melted him in his own grease. Did you ever hear the like?
Letter for letter, but that name of Page and Ford differs. To thy great comfort, in this my mystery of ill opinions, here's the twin brother of thy letter. But let thine inherit first, for I protest mine never shall. I warrant he hath 1,000 of these letters writ with blank space for different names. Sure more. And these are of the 2nd edition. He will print them out of doubt, for he cares not what he puts into the press when he would put us to. I had rather be a giantess and lie under Mount Pelion. Well, I will find you 20 lascivious turtles ere one chaste man.
Why, this is the very same, the very hand, the very words. What does he think of us?
Nay, I know not. It makes me almost ready to wrangle with mine own honesty. I'll entertain myself like one that I am not acquainted withal, for sure, unless he knows some strain in me that I know not myself, he would never have boarded me in this fury.
Boarding, call you it? I'll be sure to keep him above deck.
So will I. If he come under my hatches, I'll never to see again. Let's be revenged on him. Let's appoint him a meeting, give him a show of comfort in his suit, and lead him on with a fine baited delay, till he hath pawned his horses to mine host of the garter.
Nay, I will consent to act any villainy against him that may not sully the chariness of our honesty. Oh, that my husband saw this letter. It would give eternal food to his jealousy.
Why, look, he comes, and my good man too. He's as far from jealousy as I am from giving him calls, and that, I hope, is an unmeasurable distance.
You are the happier woman.
Let's consult together against this greasy knight. Come hither.
Well, I hope it be not so.
Hope is a curdle dog in some affairs. Sir John affects thy wife.
Sir, my wife is not young.
He woos both high and low, both rich and poor, both young and old, one with another. Ford, he loves the gallimaufry. Ford, perpend.
My wife?
With liver, burning hot, prevent, or go thou like Sir Actaeon, he with ringwood at thy heels. Oh, odious is the name.
What name, sir?
The horn, I say, farewell. Take heed, have open eye, for thieves do foot by night. Take heed ere summer comes, or cuckoo birds do sing. Away, Sir Corporal Nym. Believe it, page, he speaks sense.
I will be patient. I'll find this out.
And this is true. I like not the humor of lying. He hath wronged me in some humors. I should have borne the humored letter to her. But I have a sword, and it shall bite upon necessity. He loves your wife. There's the short and long. My name is Corporal Nym. I speak, and I avouch 'tis true. My name is Nym, and Falstaff loves your wife. Adieu. I love not the humor of bread and cheese. Adieu.
The humor of this, quotha. Here's a fellow frights English out of his wits.
I will seek out Falstaff.
I never heard such a drawling, affecting rogue.
If I do find it, well.
I will not believe such a Catian, though a priest of the town commended him for a true man.
Was a good, sensible fellow. Wow.
How now, Meg?
Whither go you, George? Hark you.
Now, sweet Frank, why art thou melancholy?
I melancholy? I'm not melancholy. Get you home. Go.
Faith, thou hast some crockets in thy head. Now will you go, Mistress Page?
Have with you.
You'll come to dinner, George.
Come to dinner.
Look who comes under. He shall be our messenger to the paltry knight.
Trust me, I thought on her. She'll fit it.
You come to see my daughter Anne?
Aye, forsooth. And I pray, how does good Mistress Anne?
Go in with us and see. We have hours' talk with you.
How now, Master Ford?
You heard what this knave told me, did you not?
Yes, and I heard what the other told me.
You think there is truth in them?
Hang 'em, slaves. I do not think that the knight would offer it. But these that accuse him in his intent towards our wives are a yoke of his discarded men. Very rogues, now they be out of service.
Were they his men?
Marry, marry were they.
I like it never the better for that. Does he lie at the Garter?
I marry, does he? If he should intend this voyage toward my wife, I would turn her loose to him. And what he gets more of her than sharp words, let it lie on my head.
I do not misdoubt my wife, but I would be loath to turn them together. A man may be too confident. I would have nothing lie on my head. I cannot be thus satisfied.
Look, where my ranting. Host of the Garter comes. There is either liquor in his pate or money in his purse when he looks so merrily. How now, mine host?
How now, Bullyrook? Thou art a gentleman, Caballero Justice, I say.
I follow, mine host, I follow. Good even and 20, good Master Page. Master Page, will you go with us? I have sport in hand.
Tell him, Caballero Justice. Tell him, Bullyrook.
Sir, there is a fray to be fought between Sir Hugh, the Welsh priest, and Caius, the French doctor.
Good mine host of the Godder, a word with you.
What sayest thou, my bullyrook?
Will you go with us to behold it? My merry host hath had the measuring of their weapons, and I think hath appointed them contrary places. For believe me, I hear the parson is no jester. Hark, I will tell you what our sport shall be.
Hast thou no suit against my knight, my guest cavalier?
None, I protest. But I'll give you a pottle of burnt sack to give me recourse to him, and tell him my name is Broom. Only for a jest.
My hand, bully. Thou shalt have egress and regress, said I well, and thy name shall be Brook. It is a merry night. Will you go, Anhares?
Have you, mine host?
I have heard the Frenchman hath good skill in his rapier.
Oh, I could have told you more. In these times you stand on distance, your passes, staccatos, and, well, I know not what. 'Tis the heart, Master Page. 'Tis here, 'tis here. I have seen the time. With my long sword I would have made you 4 tall fellows skip like rats.
Here, boys, here, here. Shall we wag?
Have with you. I'd rather hear them scold than fight.
Though Page be a secure fool, and stands so firmly on his wife's frailty, yet I cannot put off my opinion so easily. He was in his company at Page's house, and what they made there, I know not. Well, I will look further into it. And I have a disguise to sound Falstaff. If I find her honest, if I lose not my labor, if she be otherwise, 'tis labor well bestowed.
I will not lend thee a penny.
Oh, why then the world's mine oyster, which I, with sword, will open.
Not a penny. I have been content, sir, you should lay my countenance to pawn. I have grated upon my good friends for 3 reprieves for you and your coach fellow Nym, or else you had looked through the grate like a Gemini of baboons. I am damned in hell for swearing to gentlemen, my friends, you are good soldiers and tall fellows. And when Mistress Bridget lost the handle of her fan, I took it upon mine honor, thou hadst it not.
Didst not thou share? Hadst thou not 15 pence?
Reason, you rogue, reason. Think'st thou I'll endanger my soul gratis? And a word, hang no more about me. I am no gibbet for you. Go, a short knife and a thong to your manor of Pitthatch. Go, you'll not bear a letter for me, you rogue. You stand upon your honor. Why, thou inconfinable baseness, it is as much as I can do to keep the terms of my honor precise. I myself sometimes, leaving the fear of heaven on the left hand and hiding mine honor and my necessity, am fain to shuffle, to hedge, to lurch, and yet you rogue, will ensconce your rags, your catamountain looks, your red lattice phrases, and your bold beating oaths under the shelter of your honor. You will not do it, you!
I do relent. What would thou more of man?
Sir, here's a woman who would speak with you.
Let her approach.
Give your worship good morrow.
Good morrow, good wife.
Not so, and it please your worship.
No, good maid then.
I'll be sworn, as my mother was the first hour I was born.
I do believe the swearer. What with me?
Shall I vouchsafe your worship a word or two?
2,000, fine fair woman, and I'll vouchsafe thee the hearing.
There is one Mistress Ford. Sir, I pray, come a little nearer this ways. I myself dwell with Master Dr. Caius.
Well, on, Mistress Ford, you say?
Your worship says very true. I pray your worship come a little nearer this ways.
I warrant nobody hears. Mine own people, mine own people.
Are they so? The heaven bless them and make them his servants.
Well, Mistress Ford, what other?
Why, sir, she is a good creature. Lord, your worship's a wanton. Well, heaven forgive you and all of us, I pray.
Mistress Ford, come, Mistress Ford.
Mary, this is the short and the long of it. You have brought her into such a canaries as 'tis wonderful. The best courtier of all of them, when the court lay at Windsor, could never have brought her to such a canary. Yet there has been knights and lords and gentlemen with their coaches. I warrant you, coach after coach, letter after letter, gift after gift, smelling so sweetly, all musk and so rushling, I warrant you, in silk and gold and in such elegant terms, and in such wine and sugar of the best and the fairest that would have won any woman's heart. And I warrant you, they could never get an eye wink of her. I had myself 20 angels given me this morning, but I defy all angels in any such sort as they say, but in the way of honesty. And I warrant you, they could never get her so much as sip on a cup with the proudest of them all, and yet there has been earls, nay, which is more, pensioners, but I warrant you, all is one with her.
What says she to me? Be brief, my good she Mercury.
Mary, she hath received your letter, for which she thanks you 1,000 times, and gives you to notify that her husband will be absent from his house between 10 and 11.
10 and 11.
Aye, forsooth. And then you may come and see the picture, she says, that you want of. Master Ford, her husband, will be from home. Alas, the sweet woman leads an ill life with him. Oh, he's a very jealousy man. She leads a very frampled life with him. A good heart.
And at 11, woman, commend me to her. I will not fail her.
Why, you say well. But I have another messenger to your worship. Mistress Page hath her hearty commendations to you too. And let me tell you in your ear, she's a virtuous, a civil, modest wife, and one, I tell you, that will not miss your morning nor evening prayer, as any is in Windsor, whoe'er be the other. And she bade me tell your worship that her husband is seldom from home, but she hopes there will come a time. I never knew a woman so dote upon a man. Surely I think you have charms, la, yes, in truth.
Not I. I assure thee, setting the attraction of my good parts aside, I have no other charms.
Blessing on your heart for it.
No, but I pray thee, tell me this. Has Ford's wife and Page's wife acquainted each other how they love me?
That were a jest indeed. They have not so little grace, I hope. That were a trick indeed. But Mistress Page would desire you to send her your little page of all loves. Her husband has a marvelous infection to the little page, and truly Master Page is an honest man. Never a wife in Windsor leads a better life than she does. Do what she will, say what she will, take all, pay all, go to bed when she list, rise when she list, all is as she will. And truly she deserves it, for if there be a kind woman in Windsor, she is one. You must send her your page, no remedy.
Why, I will.
Nay, but do so then. And look you, he may come and go between you both, and in any case have a nay word. And you may know one another's mind, and the boy never need to understand a thing. For 'tis not good that children should know any wickedness. Old folks, you know, have discretion, as they say, and know the world.
Fare thee well. Commend me to them both. There's my purse. I am yet thy debtor. Boy, go along with this woman. This news distracts me.
This punk is one of Cupid's carriers. Clap on more sails. Pursue. Up with your sights. Give fire. She is my prize, or ocean whelm them all.
Say'st thou so, old Jack? Go thy ways. I'll make more of thy old body than I have done. Will they yet look after thee? Wilt thou, after the expense of so much money, now be a gainer? Oh, good body, I thank thee. Let them say 'tis grossly done, so it be fairly done, no matter.
Sir John, there's one Master Broom below, would fairly speak with you and be acquainted with you, and hath sent your worship a morning's draught of sack.
Brooke is his name?
Aye, sir.
Call him in. Such brooks are welcome to me that o'erflow such liquor. Aha, Mistress Ford and Mistress Page, have I encompassed you both? Go to Via. Go to Via.
Bless you, sir.
And you, sir, would you speak with me?
I make bold to press with senator preparation upon you.
You're welcome. What you will. Give us leave, drawer.
Sir, I'm a gentleman that have spent much. My name is Brooke.
Good Master Brooke. I desire more acquaintance of you.
Good Sir John, I stoop for yours, not to charge you, but for I must let you understand, I think myself in better plight for a lender than you are, the which hath something emboldened me to this unseasoned intrusion, for as they say, if money go before all ways do lie open.
Money is a good soldier, sir, and will on.
Well, I have a bag of money here that troubles me. If you will help to bear it, Sir John, take all or half for easing me of the carriage.
Sir, I know not how I may deserve to be your porter.
I will tell you, sir, if you would give me the hearing.
Speak, good Master Brooke. I shall be glad to be your servant.
Sir, I hear you are a scholar. I will be brief with you. And you have been a man long known to me, though I had never so good means as desired to make myself acquainted with you. I shall discover a thing to you wherein I must very much lay open mine own imperfection. But good Sir John, as you have one eye upward upon my follies, as you hear them unfolded, turn another into the register of your own. You see, that I may pass with a reproof the easier, sith you yourself know how easy it is to be such an offender.
Very well, sir. Proceed.
There is a gentlewoman in this town. Her husband's name is Ford.
Well, sir.
I have long loved her, and I protest to you, bestowed much on her, followed her with the doting observance, engrossed opportunities to meet her, where every slight occasion that could but niggardly give me sight of her, not only bought many presents to give her, but have given largely to many to know what she would have given. But briefly, I have pursued her as love hath pursued me, which hath been on the wing of all occasions. But whatsoever I have merited, either in my mind or in my means, meed I am sure I have received none. Unless experience be a jewel that I have purchased at an infinite rate, and that hath taught me to say this: love like a shadow flies when substance love pursues, pursuing that flies, and flying what pursues.
Have you received no promise of satisfaction at her hands?
Never.
Have you importuned her to such a purpose?
No.
Of what quality is your love, then?
Oh, like a fair house built on another man's ground, so that I have lost my edifice by mistaking the place where I erected it.
To what purpose have you unfolded this to me?
When I have told you that, I have told you all. Some say that though she appeared honest to me, yet in other places she enlargeth her mirth so far that there is shrewd construction made of her. Now, Sir John, here is the heart of my purpose. You are a gentleman of excellent breeding, admirable discourse, of great admittance, authentic in your place and person, generally allowed for your many warlike courtlike and learned preparations.
Oh, sir.
Believe it, for you know it. There is money. Spend it, spend more, spend all I have. Only give me so much of your time in exchange of it as to lay an amiable siege to the honesty of this Ford's wife. Use your art of wooing. Win her to consent to you. If any man may, you may as soon as any.
Would it apply well to the vehemency of your affection that I should win what you would enjoy? Methinks you prescribe to yourself very preposterously.
No, understand my drift. She dwells so securely on the excellency of her honor that the folly of my soul dares not present itself. It is too bright to be looked against. Now, would I come to her with any detection in my hand, my desires at instant an argument to commend themselves, I could drive her then from the ward of her purity, her reputation, her marriage vows, and 1,000 other of her defenses, which now you are too strongly embattled against. What say you to it, Sir John?
Master Brooke, I will first make bold with your money. Next, give me your hand. And last, as I am a gentleman, you shall, if you will, enjoy Ford's wife.
Oh, good sir.
I say you shall.
I want no money, Sir John. You shall want none.
What no Mistress Ford, Master Brooke?
Oh.
You shall want none. I shall be with her, I may tell you, by her own appointment, even as you came into me, her assistant or go-between parted from me. I say I shall be with her between 10 and 11, for at that time the jealous, rascally knave, her husband, will be forth. Come to me at night, you shall know how I speed.
I am blessed in your acquaintance. Do you know Ford, sir?
Oh, hang him, poor cuckoldly knave, I know him not. Yet I wrong him to call him poor. They say the jealous wittly knave hath masses of money, for which his wife seems to be well favoured. I will use her as the key of the cuckoldly rogue's coffer, and there's my harvest home.
How would you knew Ford, sir, that you might avoid him if you saw him?
Hang him, mechanical salt butter rogue. I will stare him out of his wits. I will awe him with my cudgel. It shall hang like a meteor or the cuckold's horns. Master Broom, thou shalt know I will predominate over the peasant, and thou shalt lie with his wife. Come to me soon at night. Ford's a knave, and I will aggravate his style. Thou, Master Brooke, shalt know him for a knave and cuckold. Come to me soon at night.
What a damned Epicurean rascal is this? My heart is ready to crack with impatience. Who says this is improvident jealousy? My wife, I sent to it. The hour is fixed, the match is made. Would any man have thought this? See the hell of having a false woman. My bed shall be abused, my coffers ransacked, my reputation gnawed at. And I shall not only receive this villainous wrong, but stand under the adoption of abominable terms, and by him that does me this wrong. Terms, names. Ameimon sounds well, Lucifer well, Barbison well, yet they are devil's additions, the names of fiends, but Cuckold, Whittle. Cuckold. The devil himself hath not such a name. H is an ass, a secure ass. He will trust his wife. He will not be jealous. I had rather trust a Fleming with my butter. Parson, you, the Welshman, with my cheese. The Irishman with my aquavite bottle. Or a thief to walk my ambling gelding than to trust my wife with herself. And she plots. She ruminates. And she devises. and what they think in their hearts they may affect. They will break their hearts, but they will effect. Heaven be praised for my jealousy. 11 o'clock is the hour. I will prevent this. Detect my wife, be revenged on Falstaff, and laugh at Page. I will about it. Yeah, better 3 hours too soon than a minute too late. Fie. Cuckold.
Jacques Rugby,
Sir!
what is the clock, Jacques?
'Tis past the hour, sir, that Sir Hugh promised to meet.
By God, he has said it so that he is no come. He has prayed his people well that he is no come. By God, Jacques Rugby, he is dead already, if he become.
He is wise, sir. He knew your worship would kill him if he came.
By God, the herring is no dead, so as I will kill him. Take your rapier, Jacques. I will tell you how I will kill him.
Alas, sir, I cannot fence.
Villain, take your rapier.
Forbear, here's company.
Bless thee, bully doctor.
Save you, Master Dr. Caius.
Now, good Master Doctor.
Give you good morning, sir.
What be all you 1, 2, 3 for come for?
To see thee fight, to see thee foin, to see thee traverse, to see thee here, to see thee there, to see thee pass thy punto, thy stock, thy reverse, thy distance, thy montant. Is he dead, my Ethiopian? Is he dead, my Francisco? Ha, bully? What says my Esculapius, my Gallian, my heart of elder, ha? Is he dead, bully stale? Is he dead?
My God, he is the coward Jack priest of the world. He's not show his face.
Thou art a Castilian King Urinal, Hector of Greece, my boy.
I pray you bear witness that me have stay 6 or 7 to 3 hours for him, and he is no come.
He is the wiser man, Master Doctor. He is a curer of souls, and you a curer of bodies. If you should fight, you go against the hair of your professions. Is it not true, Master Page?
Master Shallow, you have yourself been a great fighter, though now a man of peace.
Bodykins, Master Page, though I now be old and of the peace, if I see a sword out, my finger itches to make one. Though we are justices and doctors and churchmen, Master Page, we have some salt of our youth in us. We are the sons of women, Master Page.
That is true, Master Shallow.
It will be found so, Master Page. Master Dr. Caius, I am come to fetch you home. I am sworn of the peace. You have showed yourself a wise physician, and Sir Hugh has shown himself a wise and patient churchman. You must go with me, Master Doctor.
Pardon me, guest justice. Word, Monsieur Mockwater.
Mockwater, what is that?
Mockwater is, in our English tongue, is valor, bully.
By God, then I am as much Mockwater as the Englishman. Scurvy Jack Dog Priest, by God, me will cut his ears.
He will claw thee tightly, bully.
Claw. What is that?
That is, he will make thee amends.
By God, me do look, he shall claw me, for by God, me will have it.
And I will provoke him to it, or let him wag.
We thank you for that.
And moreover, bully, but first, Master Guest, and Master Page and E. Caballero Slender, go you through the town to Frogmore.
Sir Hugh is there, is he?
He is there. See what humor he is in, and I will bring the doctor about by the fields. Will it do well?
We will do it. We will do it.
I
Very
do,
good,
good
Master
Mr. Doctor.
By God, me will kill the priest, for he speak for a jackanapes to end page.
Let him die. Sheath thy impatience. Throw cold water on thy collar. Go about the fields with me through Frogmore. I will bring thee where Mistress Anne Page is at a farmhouse a feasting, and thou shalt woo her. Cried game, said I well?
By God, me thank you for that. By God, I love you, and I shall procure you the good guest, the earl, the knight, the lord, the gentleman, may patience.
For the which I will be thy adversary, toward Anne Page, said I well?
By God, 'tis good. Well said.
Let us wag then.
Come at my ears, Jack Rugby.
I pray you now, good Master Slender's servingman and friend simple by your name, which way have you looked for Master Keys and that he calls himself Doctor of Physic?
Oh, marry, sir, the Pity Ward, the Park Ward, every way, Old Windsor way, and every way but the town way.
Most vehemently desire you will also look that way.
I will, sir.
Bless my soul, how full of colours I am, trembling of mind. I shall be glad if ye have deceived me. How melancholy I am. I will nog his urinals about his knaves costard when I have good opportunities for luck. Oh, to shallow rivers, to whose falls melodious birds sing madrigals, there will we make our beds of roses and 1,000 fragrant posies. To shallow. Oh, mercy on me, I have great dispositions to cry. A melodious bird sing madrigals, when as I sat in Babylon, and 1,000 fragrant posies to shallow.
Yonder he is coming this way, Sir Hugh.
He's welcome to shallow rivers, to whose falls heaven prosper the right. What weapons is he?
Oh, no weapons, sir. There comes my master, Master Shallow, and another gentleman from Frogmore over the stile this way.
Pray you, give me my gown, or else keep it in your arms.
How now, Master Parson? Good morrow, good Sir Hugh. Keep a gamester from the dice and a good student from his book, and it is wonderful.
Ah, sweet Anne Page.
Save you, good Sir Hugh.
Bless you for his mercy's sake, all of you.
What? The sword and the word? Do you study them both, Master Parson?
And youthful still in your doublet and hose, this raw rheumatic day.
There is reasons and causes for it.
We are come to you to do a good office, Master Parson.
Very well, what is it?
Yonder is the most reverend gentleman, who, belike having received wrong by some person, is the most arch with his own gravity and patience that ever you saw.
I have lived 80 years and upward. I never heard a man of his place, gravity, and learning so wide of his own respect.
What is he?
I think you know him, Master Dr. Caius, the renowned French physician.
God's will and his passion of my heart, I had as a lief you would tell me of a mess of porridge.
Why?
He has no more knowledge than Hippocrates and Galen, and he is a knave besides, a cowardly knave, as you would desire to be acquainted with all.
I warrant you he's the man who should fight with him.
Oh, sweet Anne Page.
It appears so by his weapons. Keep them asunder. Here comes Dr. Caius.
Nay, good Master Parson, keep in your weapon.
So do you, good Master Doctor.
Disarm them and let them question. Let them keep their limbs whole and hack our English.
I pray you let me speak a word with your ear. Wherefore will you not meet me?
Pray you, use your patience. You know good time?
By God, you are the coward, the jackdog, Jean Ape.
Pray you, let us not be laughing stocks to other men's humours. I desire you in friendship, and I will one way or other make you amends. I will knock your urinal about your knave's coxcomb.
Diable, Jacques Rugby, mein höchst Tier. Have I not stay for him? To kill him? Have I not at the place I did appoint?
As I am a Christian soul, now look you, this is the place appointed. I'll be judgment by mine host of the Garter.
Peace, I say, Gallia and Gaul, French and Welsh, soul curer and body curer.
Aye, that is very good. Excellent.
Peace, I say, hear mine host of the Garter. Am I politic? Am I subtle? Am I Machiavel? Shall I lose my doctor? No, he gives me the potions and the motions. Shall I lose my parson, my priest, my Sir Hugh? No, he gives me the proverbs and the no-verbs. Give me thy hand, terrestrial, so. Give me thy hand, celestial, so. Boys of art, I have deceived you both. I have directed you to wrong places. Your hearts are mighty, your skins are whole, and let burned sack be the issue. Come, lay their swords to pawn. Follow me, lads of peace. Follow, follow, follow.
Trust me, a mad host. Follow, gentlemen, follow.
Oh, sweet Anne Page.
Do I perceive that? Have you make a dessert of us?
This is well. He has made us his allotting stock. I desire that we may be friends, and let us knock our pains together to be revenge on this same scurvy, coking companion, the host of the Garter.
By God, with all my heart, he promised to bring me what is Anne Page. By God, he deceived me too.
Well, I will smite his noddles. Pray you follow.
Mistress Page, are you there? What's happening? Mistress Page?
Nay, keep your way, little gallant. You were wont to be a follower, but now you are a leader. Whether you would rather lean mine eyes or lead your master's heels.
I'd rather go before you like a man than follow him like a dwarf.
Oh, you're a flattering boy. Now I see you'll be a courtier.
Ah, well met, Mistress Page. Whither go you?
Truly, sir. To see your wife, is she at home?
Aye, and as idle as she may hang together for want of company. I think if your husbands were dead, you two would marry.
Be sure of that, two other husbands.
Where had you this pretty weathercock?
I cannot tell what the dickens his name is. My husband had of him. What you call your knight's name, sirrah?
Sir John Falstaff. Sir John Falstaff?
I can never hit on one's name. There's such a league between my good man and he. Is your wife at home, indeed?
Indeed, she is.
By your leave, sir, I am sick till I see her.
Has Page any brains? Has he any eyes? Has he any thinking? Sure, they sleep, he hath no use of them. Why, this boy will carry a letter 20 miles as easy as a cannon will shoot point blank 12 score. He pieces out his wife's inclination, gives her folly, motion, and advantage, and now she's going to my wife and Falstaff's boy with her. Man may hear this shower sing in the wind, and Falstaff's boy with her. Good plots. They are laid, and our revolted wives share damnation together. Well, I will take him, then torture my wife, pluck the borrowed veil of modesty from the so-seeming Mistress Page, divulge Page himself for a secure and willful action, and to these vile proceedings all my neighbors shall cry aim. The clock gives me my cue. and my assurance bids me search. There I shall find Falstaff. I shall be rather praised for this than mocked. I shall see it for it is as positive as the earth is firm that Falstaff is there. I will go.
Well met,
Well met, Master Ford.
That's me a good knot. I have a good cheer at home, and I pray you all to go with me.
I must excuse myself, Master Ford.
And so must I, sir. We have appointed to dine with Mistress Anne, and I would not break with her for more money than I'll speak of.
We have lingered about a match between Anne Page and my cousin Slender, and this day we shall have our answer.
I hope I have your goodwill, Father Page.
You have, Master Slender. I stand wholly for you. But my wife, Master Doctor, is for you altogether.
Beggar, and the maid is love of me. May nurse quickly tell me so much.
What say you to young Master Fenton? He capers, he dances, he has eyes of youth. He writes verses, he speaks holiday, he smells April and May. He will carry it. Just in his buttons, he will carry it.
Not by my consent, I promise you. The gentleman is of no having. He hath kept company with the wild prince and points. He is of too high a region. He knows too much. No, he shall not knit a knot in his fortunes with the finger of my substance. If he take her, let her take her simply. The wealth I have waits on my consent, and my consent goes not that way.
I beseech you heartily, some of you go home with me to dinner. Besides your cheer, you shall have sport. I will show you a monster. Master Doctor, you shall go. So shall you, Master Page, and you, Sir Hugh.
Well, fare you well. We shall have the freer wooing at Master Page's.
Go home, John Rugby. I come anon.
Farewell, my hearts. I will to my honest knight Falstaff and drink canary with him.
I think I shall drink in pipe wine first with him. I'll make him dance. Will you go, gentles?
I'm with you to see this monster.
Sorry. What, John? What, Robert?
Quickly, in the buck basket.
I warrant. What, Robin, I say?
Come.
Here, set it down.
Give your men the charge. We must be brief.
Mary, as I told you before, John and Robert, be ready here hard by in the brew house. And when I suddenly call you, come forth and without any pause or staggering, take this basket on your shoulders. When you're done, trudge with it in all haste and carry it among the Whitsters in Dutchet Mead. And there, empty it in the muddy ditch, close by the Thames side.
You will do it?
I had told them over and over, they lack no direction. Be gone and come when you're called.
Here comes little Robin.
How now, my Eyas Musket, what news with you?
My master, Sir John, has come in at your back door, Mistress Ford, and requests your company.
You little jackalent. Have you been true to us?
I'll be sworn. My master knows not of your being here, and hath threatened to put me into everlasting liberty if I tell you of it, for he swears he'll turn me away.
Thou art a good boy. The secrecy of thine shall be a tailor to thee, and shall make thee a new doublet and hose. I'll go hide me.
Do so. Go tell thy master I am alone. Mistress Page, remember your cue.
I warrant thee, if I do not act it, hiss me.
Go to then. We'll use this unwholesome humidity, this gross watery pumpkin. We'll teach him to know turtles from jays.
Have I caught thee, my heavenly jewel? Why, now let me die, for I have lived long enough. This is the period of my ambition. Oh, this blessed hour.
Oh, sweet Sir John.
Mistress Ford, I cannot cog, I cannot prate, Mistress Ford. Now shall I sin in my wish. I would thy husband were dead. I'll speak it before the best lord. I would make thee my lady.
Your lady, Sir John. Alas, I should be a pitiful lady.
Let the court of France show me such another. I see how thine eye would emulate the diamond. Thou hast the right arched beauty of the brow that becomes the ship tire, the tire valiant, or any tire of Venetian admittance.
A plain kerchief, Sir John. My brows become nothing else, nor that well neither.
Thou art a tyrant to say so. Thou wouldst make an absolute courtier, and the firm fixture of thy foot would give an excellent motion to thy gait in thy semicircled farthingale. I see what thou wert, if fortune thy foe were not nature thy friend. Come, thou canst not hide it.
Believe me, there's no such thing in me.
What made me love thee? Let that persuade thee. There's something extraordinary in thee. Come, I cannot cog and say thou art this and that, like a many of these lisping hawthorn buds that come like women in men's apparel, smell like buckler's berry and simple thyme. I cannot, but I love thee, none but thee, and thou deservest it.
Do not betray me, sir. I fear you love Mistress Page.
Oh, thou might as well say I love to walk by the counter gate, which is as hateful to me as the reek of a lime kiln.
Well, heaven knows how I love you, and you shall one day find it.
Keep it in that mind, I'll deserve it.
Nay, I must tell you so you do, or else I could not be in that mind. Robin?
Robin?
Mistress Ford, here's Mistress Page at the door, sweating and blowing and looking wildly, and would need speak with you presently.
She shall not see me. I will ensconce myself behind the arras.
Oh, pray you do so. She is a very tattling woman. Oh, what's the matter? How now?
Oh, Mistress Ford, what have you done? You've shamed, you're overthrown, or you're undone forever.
What's the matter, good Mistress Page?
Oh, well a day, Mistress Ford, having an honest man to your husband, to give him such cause of suspicion.
What cause of suspicion?
What cause of suspicion? Out upon you. How am I mistaken you?
Why, alas, what's the matter?
Your husband's coming hither, woman, with all the officers in Windsor to search for a gentleman that he says is here now in the house. By your consent to take an ill advantage of his absence, you are undone.
Oh, 'tis not so, I hope.
Pray heaven it be not so, that you have such a man here, but 'tis most certain your husband's coming with half Windsor at his heels to search for such a one. I come before to tell you, if you know yourself cheer, why am I glad of it, but if you have a friend here, convey him out, be not amazed. Call all your senses to you, defend your reputation, or bid farewell to your good life forever.
What shall I do? There is a gentleman, my dear friend, and I fear not mine own shame so much as his peril. I had rather than 1,000 pounds he were out of the house.
For shame, never stand you had rather, and you had rather, your husband's here at hand. Bethink you of some conveyance in the house, you cannot hide him. Oh, how you have deceived me, look, here is a basket. If he be of any reasonable stature, he may creep in here and throw foul linen upon him, as if he were going to bucking. Or is it whiting time, sent him by your 2 men to Datchet Mead?
He's too big to go in there. Oh, what shall I do?
Let me see it, let me see it. No, let me see it. I'll in. Follow your friend's counsel, I'll in.
What? Sir John Falstaff, Are these your letters, knight?
I love thee. Help me away. Let me creep in here. I'll never.
Tell me to cover your master, boy. Call your men, Mistress Ford. You dissembling knight!
What? John! Robert! John! Go take up these clothes here quickly. Where's the cowl staff? Look how you drumble. Carry them to the laundress in Datchet Mead. Quickly, come.
Pray you come near. If I suspect you without cause, why then make sport of me. Then let me be your jest. I deserve it. How now? Whither bear you this?
To the laundress, forsooth.
Why, what have you to do whether they bear it? You were best meddle with buck washing.
Buck? I would I could wash myself of thy buck. Buck! I warrant you, Buck, and of the season too it shall appear. Gentlemen, I have dreamed tonight. I'll tell you my dream. Here be my keys, and ascend to the chambers and search. Seek, find out. I'll warrant we'll unkennel the fox. And let me stop this way first. So now, uncape.
Good Master Ford, be contented. You wrong yourself too much.
True, Master Page. Up, gentlemen. You shall see sport anon. Follow me, gentlemen.
Sir Hugh?
This is the very fantastical humors and jealousies.
By God, 'tis no deficient of France. It is not jealous in France.
Nay, follow him, gentlemen. See the issue of his search.
Is there not a double excellency in this?
I know not which pleases me better, that my husband is deceived or Sir John.
What a taking was he in when your husband asked who was in the basket?
I am half afraid he will have need of washing, so throwing him into the water will do him a benefit.
Hang him, dishonest rascal. I would all of the same strain were in the same distress.
I think my husband hath some special suspicion of Falstaff's being here, for I never saw him so gross in his jealousy till now.
I will lay a plot to try that, and we will yet have more tricks with Falstaff. His dissolute disease will scarce obey this medicine.
Shall we send that foolish young carrion mistress quickly to him, and excuse his throwing into the water and give him another hope to betray him to another punishment?
I will do it. Let him be sent for tomorrow, 8 o'clock, to have amends.
I cannot find him. Maybe the knave bragged of that he could not compass.
Have you that?
You use me well, Master Ford. Do you?
I do so.
Heaven make you better than your thoughts.
Amen.
You do yourself mighty wrong, Master Ford.
I must bear it.
If there be anybody in the house and in the chambers and in the coffers and in the presses, heaven forgive my sins at the day of judgment.
Bigger no atu, there is nobody's.
Fie, Master Ford, are you not ashamed? What spirit, what devil suggests this imagination? I will not have your distemper in this kind, for all the wealth of Windsor Castle.
'Tis my fault, Master Page. I suffer for it.
Oh, you suffer for a bad conscience. Your wife is as honest as omens, as I will desires among 5,500 too.
Beggar as it is an honest woman.
Well, I promised you a dinner. Come, walk into the park. I pray you pardon me. I will hereafter make known to all of you why I have done this. Come, wife. Come, Mistress Page. I pray you pardon me. Pray heartily. Pardon.
Let's go in, gentlemen. But trust me, we'll mock him. I do invite you tomorrow morning to my house for breakfast. After we're all birding together, I've a fine hawk for the bush. Shall it be so?
Anything.
If there is one, I shall make 2 in the company.
If there be 1 or 2, I shall make a the 3rd.
Pray you go, Master Page.
I pray you now remembrance tomorrow on the lousy knave, mine host.
That is good by God, with my heart.
A lousy knave to have his jibes and his mockeries.
Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't tell you in advance, but this is where we'll take our intermission.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, that's completely messed me up.
What happened to Stephen?
Don't know. Disappeared.
Oh,
I'm here.
Ah, good.
I thought maybe you got a message to take over some lines for him. I wasn't sure what was going on.
What?
No, sorry, Stephen. I jumped in because
He wasn't there. Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you, sir.
And I didn't want Bennett to start talking to himself in that last scene.
Right, exactly. I'm glad you did, but
Well, I have no idea where we are.
we did.
Merry
Well,
Wives of Windsor.
it was just on page 71, and we're about to.
I'm not using that. I because I'm sight reading. I didn't use that script. I'm using a folio.
It's
Yeah.
the
Act
end
three,
of Act
scene
3, Scene 4. We've just finished Act 3, Scene 4.
Yeah, and we're now taking a break.
You should
Okay.
have heard doing you.
Okay.
Oh man.
That
Hey,
was fun.
Paul.
Hey, good job, everybody.
Picking up
I'm enjoying
beat-
listening to it.
Yeah.
And sorry.
This is as
You're,
close.
you're looking like a cross between a beekeeper and Mistress Quickly.
Nothing for you today. Sorry. Sorry.
Are you speaking to me? Are you talking
Oh.
to me?
Paul.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I was telling somebody I didn't have any mail for them today. So sorry
Oh,
about that.
amazing.
But yeah, and if anybody is doing a production of this, I will have you know that we have a buck basket in our attic.
Wow.
How
The,
big is
the
the buck
Actor
basket?
Shakespeare Company, after it sort of lost the last place where we were in residence, we had to sort of take some of the stuff, and so we ended up with a buck basket. So
Yeah.
if
We
anybody
always,
ever needs
we
one,
always
let me
ended up
know.
living in houses far too big because we had so many props and costumes we were storing.
Yeah.
What is a buck basket, and can it really hold a 250-pound man?
Yeah, well, it's a big basket. It's a really big wicker basket.
But
And
what is
it
it?
was when actor Shakespeare did it. We had the wonderful actor, the late great Ron Sanborn, playing Falstaff, and he was hidden in that.
They actually picked him up with it.
Yeah, well, that's the tougher thing, is having strong enough servants to carry them.
Actually,
We
when
got
we
a question from Larry as to when are we resuming? How long a break are you taking? It's 2:37 right now.
Cedar left his table. I don't know, call 10 minutes.
Yeah. All right. It was about 10 minutes. So we'll start about probably 2:45 and like 8 more minutes since we already started the break. Does
I'll
that sound good to
send a,
people?
I'll send the chat to everybody just to make sure.
Yeah.
All panelists.
Yeah.
What did you say, 10 minutes, 2:47? 2:48?
No, 2:45.
Say 2:45, and it'll be 2:47.
Okay. Stephen, you should be out in your garden today. It is so perfect out there.
That's where I've been in between scenes.
That's why you missed an entrance.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got two yards of topsoil today, and I've been organizing them.
I was out jet skiing on the Hudson River yesterday. Man, that was beautiful. Perfect
Nice
day.
thing to do on a really hot day.
It wasn't that hot. It was gorgeous. Good evening.
It is very nice out today.
So
which
where
is,
are we actually starting again? Because I've got the end of Act 3. I've got a whole scene after Act 3, Scene 4. What about Act 3, Scene 5?
Huh.
Where are we beginning?
We'll start in another 5 minutes. Let's say
Where?
quarter road. Say quarter road. Yeah.
Where?
Where?
Act 3, Scene 4.
Act 3, Scene 4.
The beginning of Act 3, Scene 4.
Yeah, page 71.
I'm not following. Not using that script.
Oh, okay. It's Act 3, scene 4.
4.
Which starts with
Hey,
Fenton and Anne. Who can believe this kind of weather for the end of July, beginning of August? So nice and
it is perfect. I'm going right back out when we're done.
yeah.
You guys, you should see this. Here, I'm gonna do this. This is the view from my window. If I do this right.
Ah, yes.
Tappan Zee Bridge, Hudson River, cliffs of the Palisades, and
Well, I
of
think
course-
in London, we've got the weather that you had last week, all the rain and shit and thunderstorms and God
Is
knows
it
what.
hot? We had the rain, but it was also boiling hot, which takes all the
Yeah,
fun.
it was sticky and humid.
Yeah.
humid.
Hey, you guys,
My
are you
daughter
guys
and
are you guys on a remasking or a re-pulling in? Because we are.
We do it anyway. The sensible people do it anyway. I mean, you go out and the ones who care are still wear masks, and I always wear a mask when I'm out.
Well, they're starting. I don't know how official it is, but a lot of the CDC said wear masks indoors now. Everybody.
Yeah.
The buildings are starting to enforce it again.
Unless you live in Florida, and then you just leave a little note to say what kind of flowers you'd like and what hymns you'd like sung.
I have a good friend who was holding off with the vaccines because
oh God,
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see what side effects you all get. He said, very smart guy,
God.
very bright guy. And guess what? He was supposed to join us for jet skiing yesterday. He called me about an hour before and said, "I got symptoms. I'm not going into
Yeah.
quarantine for 2
Oh
weeks."
yeah.
He said he's had them for 24 hours. He said it was very, very mild, but it didn't feel like flu or anything else. So hoping he's okay, but man.
Yeah.
And this guy has got a PhD in chemistry.
Oh, chemists. Margaret Thatcher was a chemist, for God's sake. That should tell you. They're all brainless. No, but the worry now with the Delta variant, people are now getting infections, a second infection, and also getting post-vaccination infections. And the numbers of those are beginning to go up. That doesn't worry me. I won't die, and I won't be very ill if I get it. But the worry is long COVID. When you're as old as I am and already have immune problems,
Well, and there's a new variant too that I think just arrived here.
Oh God.
Yeah, I think it's the Lambda variant they're calling it.
Oh God. Well, the more it sits around in the population, even if they only get mild symptoms, what it is it's a lovely research brew that's going to create new mutations. And anything that's got even the slightest advantage is out there. It looks as if the Delta is not persisting. It seems to be going up, going through a peak, and then disappearing of its own volition for some reason. It's strange, but that's what it's doing here. But then there are other ones.
Well, we've got so many idiots.
I just don't want to get long COVID. I'm
that
too
aren't
old.
vaccinated, that they won't take the vaccination, which imperils everybody else. And it's and the people who are preaching anti-vax, as far as I'm concerned, they should be prosecuted for murder. Murder.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just outrageous.
I keep thinking that Boris Johnson should be indicted for murder once we get out of this.
Yeah, look at the world we've got. All these leaders who should be prosecuted for this.
That's
Boris
right.
Johnson, the guy in Hungary, the guy in Brazil, Bolsonaro. Our ex-president, and God knows how many more.
But it looks like Johnson has just given up on pushing everything, and he's going to get to herd immunity, but instead of getting it through vaccination, he's going to let it do it by infections. And that's a disaster.
Of course it is.
It's really weird for those of us who are old enough to remember this. When we were growing up, we really still got the story. You can trust your leaders. You can trust the authorities.
Not anymore.
They know things and they care about you.
Well, there's somebody pointed
that I had out here in California. I had a dream that the mayor, this was during the primary election you guys were having, but that the that the election happened in New York for the mayor and that they had to get him out of prison in order to serve his term. Standing around shaking their head because there were all these capable women who were dead, and they couldn't understand why the women hadn't been elected.
Yeah.
Up and had to look it up to see if it was a dream.
There was that nice cartoon on There was that nice cartoon on Twitter of the child asking its mother, "What's that mark on your arm, mummy?" And she said, "Oh, that's my smallpox vaccination." And the child said, "Why don't I have one of those?" And the mother just smiled and said, "That's why."
More
And they say,
more.
"Oh, it's as infectious as smallpox, as chicken pox." I mean, if you're over 30, who knows what that means?
Yeah.
Unless you're over 30.
Chickenpox, isn't chickenpox the same thing that causes shingles?
Yeah.
Because if you had chickenpox as a child, you're then immune to shingles, right?
No, if you've got the
Opposite,
chicken
other
pox,
way around. Not
if
the way
you've got
around.
the chicken pox virus in you, there is a high likelihood that you'll get shingles as you get older,
Right.
because the virus sits around.
I don't think I had chickenpox, but I got shingles when I was about 15. It wasn't a big deal. It was unpleasant.
No, it's
That's
not when
early
you're
for you.
15. It is when you
Oh, yeah,
72.
older, I've known people with this absolute misery.
Oh, yeah.
I never had chickenpox, so I don't know what's going to happen.
What kind of misery do you get with this? I had a patient who had it, and he didn't complain that much. Said it would hurt a little bit.
It's your skin.
It's your skin, and you get blotches, and it hurts like hell, and it's very debilitating.
Yeah.
And more debilitating the older you are. That's why if you look, the shingles vaccine is recommended for people my age.
Oh, I got mine. I'm 61. I got mine. I'm not
Yeah.
talking. But I had it when I was a kid. There was no pain. It just itched a little bit.
Yeah. Well, chickenpox was just irritating. We used to have chickenpox parties, and you take the kids round.
I'll show you yours if you show me mine.
Yeah,
Well, as interesting as all this is, it is 2:46 now.
Oh, yeah.
So,
All right, we
maybe
should
we
get
should
going, folks.
get back to it.
We can continue discussing.
We'll talk after the show. I'll meet you at the Crush Bar.
All right, so we're picking it up. Act 3, Scene 4. For those of you who have the folio script, page 71.
Oh, no, I'm not in yet.
I see I cannot get thy father's love. Therefore, no more turn to me, to him, sweet Nan.
Alas, how then?
Why, thou must be thyself. He doth object, I am too great of birth, that my state being galled with my expense, I seek to heal it only by his wealth. Besides other bars he lays before me, my riots past, my wild societies, and tells me 'tis a thing impossible that I should love thee, but as a property.
He tells you
No, heaven so speed me in my time to come, albeit I confess thy father's wealth was the first motive that I wooed thee, and yet wooing thee, I found thee of more value than stamps of gold or sums of sealed bags, and 'tis the very riches of thyself that now I aim at.
Gentle Master Fenton, you seek my father's love, still seek it, sir. If opportunity and humblest sweet cannot attain it, why then hark you hither.
Break their talk, Mistress Quickly. My kinsman shall speak for himself.
Yeah, I'll make a shaft or a bolt on it. It slid, but 'tis but venturing.
Be not dismayed.
Oh, no, she shall not dismay me. I care not for that, but that I am afeard.
Hark ye, Master Slender would speak a word with you.
This sort of world of vile, ill-favored faults looks handsome in 300 pounds a year.
And how does good Master Fenton? Pray you, a word with you.
She's coming to her cuz. Oh boy, thou hadst a father.
I had a father, Mistress Anne. My uncle can tell you good jest of him. Pray you, uncle, tell Mistress Anne the jest how my father stole 2 geese out of her pen, good uncle.
Mistress Anne, my cousin loves you.
Aye, that I do, as well as I love any woman in Gloucestershire.
He will maintain you like a gentlewoman.
Aye, that I will. Come cut and long tail and the degree of a squire.
He will make you 150 pounds jointure.
Mr. Anne?
I think she's got a delay,
Yeah, her mic's off.
like a big delay, or that.
There's
Well,
this little-
I'm sorry, I don't know what line we're at.
I'll cue you. He will make you, right at the bottom of 73. He will make you 150 pounds jointure.
Good Master Shallow, let him woo for himself.
Oh, Mary, I thank you for it. I thank you for that good comfort. She calls you coz. I'll leave you.
Now, Master Slender.
Now, good Mistress Anne.
Your will.
My will? Odds heartlings, that's a pretty jest indeed. I ne'er made my will yet, I thank heaven. I'm not such a sickly creature, I give heaven praise.
I mean, Master Slender, what would you with me?
Well, truly, for my own part, I would little or nothing with you. Well, your father and my uncle hath made motions. If it be my luck so, if not, happy man be his dole. They can tell you how things go better than I can. You may ask your father. Here he comes.
Now, Master Slender, love him, daughter Anne. Why, how now? What does Master Fenton here? You wrong me, sir, thus still to haunt my house. I told you, sir, my daughter is disposed of.
Nay, Master Page, be not impatient.
Good Master Fenton, come not to my child.
She is no match for you.
Sir, will you hear me?
No, good Master Fenton. Come, Master Swallow, come, son Slender in. Knowing my mind, you wrong me, Master Fenton.
Speak to Mistress Page.
Good Mistress Page, for that I love your daughter in such a righteous fashion as I do, perforce against all checks, rebukes, and manners, I must advance the colors of my love and not retire. Let me have your goodwill.
They're not married.
I mean it not. I seek you a better husband.
My master, Master Doctor.
Alas, I had rather be set quick in the earth and boiled to death with turnips.
Come, trouble not yourself. Good Master Fenton, I will not be your friend nor enemy. My daughter will I question how she loves you, and as I find her, so am I affected. Till then, farewell, sir. She must needs go in. Her father will be very angry.
Farewell, gentle mistress. Farewell, Nan.
This is my doing now. Nay, said I, will you cast away your child on a fool and a physician? Look on, Master Fenton. This is my doing.
I thank thee, and I pray thee once tonight, give my sweet Nan this ring. Here's for thy pains.
Now heaven send thee good fortune. A kind heart he hath. A woman would run through fire and water for such a kind heart. But yet, I would my master had Mistress Anne. Or I would Master Slender had her. Or, in sooth, I would Master Fenton had her. I will do what I can for them all three, for so I have promised, and I'll be as good as my word. That's usually for Master Fenton. Well, I must of another errand to Sir John Falstaff for my two mistresses. What a beast am I to slack it.
Bardolph, I say,
Here, sir.
go fetch me a quart of sack. Put a toast in it. Oh, have I lived to be carried in a basket like a barrel of butcher's offal and to be thrown into the Thames? Well, if I be served such another trick, I'll have my brains taken out and buttered and give them to a dog for a New Year's gift. Oh, the rogues slighted me into the river with as little remorse as they would have drowned a blind bitch's puppies, 15 the litter. And you may know by my size that I have a kind of alacrity in sinking. The bottom were as deep as hell I should down. I had been drowned, but that the shore was shelvy and shallow, a death that I abhor, for the water swells a man, and what a thing I should have been when I had been swelled. I should have been a mountain of mummy.
Here's Master quickly, sir, to speak with you.
Come, let me pour in some sack to the Thames water. My belly's as cold as if I had swallowed snowballs for pills to cool the rains. Pour her in.
Come in, woman.
By your leave, I cry you mercy. Give your worship good morrow.
Take away these chalices. Go, brew me a pottle of sack finely.
With egg, sir?
Simple of itself. I'll no pullet sperm in my brewage. How now?
Marry, sir, I come to your worship from Mistress Ford.
Mistress Ford? I've had Ford enough. I was thrown into the Ford. I've had my belly full of Ford.
Alas, the day! Good heart, that was not her fault. She does so take on with her men. They mistook their erection.
So did I mine, to build upon a foolish woman's promise.
Well, she laments, sir, for it, that it would yearn your heart to see it. Her husband goes this morning a-birding. She desires you once more to come to her between 8 and 9. I must carry her word quickly. She'll make you amends, I warrant you.
Well, I will visit her, tell her so, and bid her think what a man is. Let her consider his frailty and then judge of my merit.
I will tell her.
Do so. Between 9 and 10, sayest thou?
8 and 9, sir.
Well, begone. I will not miss her.
Peace be with you, sir.
I marvel I hear not from Mr. Brooke. He sent me word to stay within. I like his money well. Oh, here he comes.
Bless you, sir.
Now, Master Brooke, you come to know what hath passed between me and Ford's wife.
That indeed, Sir John, is my business.
Master Brooke, I will not lie to you. I was at her house the hour she appointed me.
And sped you, sir?
Very ill-favoredly, Master Brooke.
Oh, how so, sir? Did she change her determination?
No, Master Brooke, but the peaking cornuto, her husband, Master Brooke, dwelling in a continual larum of jealousy, comes me in the instant of our encounter, after we had embraced, kissed, protested, and, as it were, spoke the prologue of our comedy. He, and at his heels, a rabble of his companions, thither provoked and instigated by his distemper, and forsooth, to search his house for his wife's love.
What, while you were there?
While I was there.
And did he search for you and could not find you?
You shall hear. As good luck would have it, comes in one Mistress Page, gives intelligence of Ford's approach, and in her invention and Ford's wife's distraction, they conveyed me into a buck basket.
What buck basket?
Yes, a buck basket. Rammed me in with foul shirts and smocks, socks, foul stockings, greasy napkins, and that, Master Broom, there was the rankest compound of villainous smell that ever offended nostrils.
And How long lay you there?
Nay, you shall hear, Master Brooke, what I have suffered to bring this woman to evil for your good. Being thus crammed in the basket, a couple of Ford's knaves, his hinds, were called forth by their mistress to carry me in the name of foul clothes to Datchet Lane. They took me on their shoulders, met the jealous knave their master in the door, who asked them once or twice what they had in their basket. I quaked for fear lest the lunatic knave would have searched it, but fate, ordaining that he should be a cuckold, held his hand. Well, on went he for a search, and away went I for foul clothes. But mark the sequel, Master Brooke. I suffered the pangs of 3 several deaths. First, an intolerable fright to be detected with a jealous, rotten bellwether. Next, to be compassed like a good bilbo with the circumference of a peck, hilt to point, heel to head, and then to be stopped in like strong distillation with a stinking clothes that fretted in their own grease. Think of that. A man of my kidney, think of that. That am as subject to heat as butter. A man of continual dissolution and thaw. Was a miracle to escape suffocation. And in the height of this bath, when I was more than half stewed in grease like a Dutch dish, to be thrown into the Thames and cooled, glowing hot in that surge like a horseshoe. Think of that, hissing hot. Think of that, Master Brooke.
Oh, in good sadness, sir. I am sorry that for my sake you have suffered all of this. My suit is then desperate. You'll undertake her no more?
Master Brooke, I will be thrown into Etna, as I have been into Thames, ere I will leave her thus. Her husband is this morning gone a-birding. I have received him at another embassy of meeting. 'Twixt 8 and 9 is the hour, Master Brooke.
'Tis 8:30 already, sir.
Is it? Then I will address me to my appointment. Come to me at your convenient leisure, and you shall know how I speed, and the conclusion shall be crowned with your enjoying her. Adieu, you shall have her, Master Brooke. Master Brooke, you shall cuckold Ford.
Is this a vision? Is this a dream? Do I sleep? Ford, awake! Awake, Master Ford! There's a hole made in your best coat, Master Ford. This is to be married. This is to have linen and buck baskets. Well, I will proclaim myself what I am. I will now take the lecher. He is at my house. He cannot escape me. 'Tis impossible he should. He cannot creep into a halfpenny purse or into a pepper box. But let the devil that guides him should aid him. I will search impossible places. Though what I am, I cannot avoid. Yet to be what I would not shall not make me tame. If I have horns to make one mad, let the proverb go with me. I'll be horn mad.
Is he at Master Ford's already, thinkest thou?
Sure he is by this, or will be presently. But truly he is very courageous mad about his throwing into the water. Mistress Ford desires you to come suddenly.
I'll be with her by and by. I'll but bring my young man here to school. Look where his master comes. 'Tis a playing day, I see. How now, Sir Hugh? No school today?
No, Master Slender has let the boys leave to play.
Blessing of his heart.
Sir Hugh, my husband, says my son profits nothing in the world as his book. I pray you ask him some questions in his accidents.
Come hither, William. Hold up your head.
Come on, sir, hold your head up. Answer your master, be not afraid.
William, how many numbers is in nouns?
2.
I thought there had been one number more, because they say odds nouns.
Peace of tacklings. What is fair, William?
Poker.
Polecats? There are fairer things than polecats, sure.
You are a very simplicity woman. I pray you peace. What is lapis, William?
A stone.
And what is a stone, William?
A pebble.
No, it is lapis. I pray you remember in your praying.
Lapis.
That is good, William. Oh, what is he, William, that does lend articles?
Articles are borrowed of the pronoun and be thus declined. Singulariter nominativo hic haec hoc.
Nominatio hig hag hoc. Pray you mark. Genitui taioi huis. Well, what is your accusative case?
Accusativo hinc.
I pray you have your remembrance, child. Accusativo hang hog.
Hang hog is Latin for bacon, I warrant you.
Leave your prattles, woman. And what is the vocative case, William?
O vocativo o.
Remember, William, vocative is carrot.
And that's a good root.
A woman for bear.
Peace.
What is your genitive case, plural, William?
Genitive case.
Yea.
Genitive horum, harem, horum.
Vengeance of Jenny's case. Why on her never name her child if she be a whore?
For shame, woman.
You do ill teach the child such words. He teaches him to hick and to hack, which they'll do fast enough of themselves, and to call whorum. Fie upon you.
Well, thou art lunatics. Hast thou no understandings for thy cases and the numbers of thy genders? Thou art as foolish Christian creatures as I would desires.
Oh, prithee, hold thy peace.
Show me now, William, some declensions of your pronouns.
Forsooth, I have forgot.
It is qui, que, quod. If you forget your quis, your quest, and your quads, you must be preachers. Go your ways and play, go.
He's a better scholar than I thought he was.
He is a good frag memory. Farewell, Mistress Page.
Adieu, good Sir Hugh. Get you home, boy. Come, we stay too long.
Mistress Ford, your sorrow hath eaten up my sufferance. I see you are obsequious in your love, and I profess requital to a hair's breadth. Not only, Mistress Ford, in the simple office of love, but in all the accoutrement, compliment, and ceremony of it. But you are sure of your husband now?
He's a birding sweet, Sir John.
Mistress Page.
You're on mute. Mistress Page, I can't hear you.
You're muted, Vicky.
In what ho?
Step into the chamber, Sir John.
Oh, now, sweetheart, who's at home besides yourself?
Why, none but mine own people.
Indeed?
No, certainly. Speak louder.
Truly, I'm so glad you have nobody here.
Why?
Why, woman, your husband is in his old lines again. He so takes on yonder with my husband, so rails against all married mankind, so curses all Eve's daughters, of what complexion soever, and so buffets himself on the forehead, crying, peer out, that any madness I ever yet beheld, seen but tameless civility and patience to his distemper he is in now. I am glad the fat king is not here.
Why? Does he talk of him?
Of none but him, and swears he was carried out the last time he searched for him in a basket. Protests to my husband he is now here, and hath drawn him and the rest of their company from their sport, to make another experiment of his suspicion. But I am glad the knight is not here. Now he shall see his own foolery.
How near is he, Mistress Page?
Hard by at street end, he will be here anon.
I am undone. The knight is here.
Why then you are utterly shamed, and he's but a dead man. What a woman are you! Away with him! Away with him! Better shame than murder.
Which way should he go? How should I bestow him? Shall I put him in the basket again?
No, I'll come no more to the basket. May I not go out ere he come?
Alas, 3 of Master Ford's brothers watch the door with pistols. Then none of them shall issue out. Otherwise you might slip away ere he came. But what make you here?
What shall I do? I'll creep up into the chimney.
There, they always used to discharge their birding pieces. Creep into the kill hole.
Where is it?
Oh, he will seek you there on my word. Neither press, coffer, chest, trunk, well, vault, but he hath an abstract for the remembrance of such places and goes to them by his note. There is no hiding you in the house.
I'll go out then.
If you go out in your own semblance, you die, Sir John, unless you go out disguised.
How might we disguise him?
Alas a day, I know not. There's no woman's gown big enough for him, otherwise he might put on a hat, a muffler, and a kerchief, and so escape.
Good hearts, devise something, any extremity rather than a mischief.
My maid's aunt, the fat woman of Brainford, has a gown above.
Oh, my word, it will serve him. She's as big as he is, and there's her thrummed hat, and her muffler too. Run up, Sir John.
Go, go, sweet Sir John. Mistress Page and I will look for some linen for your head.
Quick, quick, we'll come dress you straight. Put on the gown the while.
I would my husband would meet him in this shape. He cannot abide the old woman of Brainford. He swears she is a witch, forbade her my house, and hath threatened to beat her.
Ah, heaven guide him to thy husband's cudgel, and the devil guide his cudgel afterwards.
But is my husband coming?
Aye, in good sadness is he, and takes of the basket too. Otherwise he hath had intelligence.
We'll try that, for I'll appoint my men to carry the basket again, to meet him at the door with it, as they did last time.
Nay, but he'll be here presently. Let's go dress him like the witch of Brentford.
I'll first direct my men what they shall do with the basket. Go up, I'll bring linen for him straight.
Hang him, dishonest varlet. We cannot misuse enough. We'll leave a proof by that which we will do. Wives may be merry and yet honest too. We do not act that often jest and laugh. 'Tis old but true. Still swine eats all the draught.
Go, sirs, take the basket again on your shoulders. Your master is hard at door. If he bid you set it down, obey him. Quickly, dispatch.
Come, take it up.
Pray heaven it not be full of night again.
I hope not. I had leave as bear so much lead.
Aye, but if it prove true, Master Page, have you any way then to unfool me again? Set that basket down, Dum. Somebody call my wife. Youth in a basket. Oh, you Vanderley rascals. There's a knot, a gin, a pack, a conspiracy against me. Now shall the devil be shamed. What wife, I say? Come forth. Behold what honest clothes you send forth to bleaching.
House is Master Ford. You're not to go loose any longer. You must be pinioned.
Why, this is lunatics. This is mad as a mad dog.
Indeed, I am not well. Come hither, Mistress Ford. Mistress Ford, honest woman, a modest wife, the virtuous creature that hath the jealous fool to her husband, I suspect without cause, mistress. Do I?
Heaven be my witness, you do. If you suspect me in any dishonesty.
Oh, well said, brazen face. Hold it out. Come, Sarah.
This passes.
Are you not ashamed? Let the clothes alone.
I shall find you anon. Empty the basket, I say.
Why, man? Why?
Master Page, as I am a man, there was one conveyed out of my house yesterday in this basket. Why may he not be there again? In my house, as I'm sure he is. My intelligence is true. My jealousy is reasonable. Let me on all the linen.
If you find a man there, he shall die a flea's death.
Here's no man.
By my fidelity, this is not well, Mr. Ford. This wrongs you.
Master Ford, you must pray and not follow the imaginations of your own heart. This is jealousy.
Well, he's not here I seek for.
No, nowhere else but in your brain.
All right, help to search my house this one time. If I find not what I seek, show no color for my extremity. Let me forever be your table sport. Let them say of me, as jealous as Ford that searched a hollow walnut for his wife's lemon. Satisfy me once more. Search with me.
What ho, Mistress Page? Come you and the old woman down. My husband will come into the chamber.
Old woman? What woman's that?
Why, it is my maid's aunt of Brainford.
Yeah, a witch, a queen, an old cousining queen. Have I not forbid her in my house? She comes of errands, does she? Oh, we are simple men. We do not know what she brought to pass under the profession of fortune telling. She works by charms, by spells, by the figure, and such daubry as this, beyond our element, we know nothing. How dare you witch, you hag, what dare we say?
Nay, good sweet husband, good gentleman. Let him strike the old woman.
Come, Mother Pratt. Come give me your hand.
Out of my door, you witch, you hag, you baggage, you old hat, you runion, out, I'll fortune tell you.
Are you not ashamed? I think you've killed the poor woman.
Nay, he will do it. 'Tis a goodly credit for you.
Hang her, witch.
Why, no, I think the woman is a witch indeed. I like not when a woman has a great beard. I spied a great beard under his muffler.
Will you follow, gentlemen? I beseech you, follow. See but the issue of my jealousy. I cry out thus upon no trail. Never trust me when I open again.
Let's obey his humor a little further. Come, gentlemen.
Trust me, he meet him most pitifully.
Nay, by the mass, that he did not. He beat him most unpitifully, methought.
Oh, I'll have the cudgel hallowed and hung, or the altar it hath done a meritorious service.
What think you? May we, with the warrant of womanhood and the witness of good conscience, pursue him with any further revenge?
The spirit of wantonness is sure scared out of him. If the devil have him not in free simple, with fine and discovery, he will never, I think, in the way of waste attempt to us again.
Shall we tell our husbands how we have served him?
Yes, by all means. If he is but to scrape the figures out of your husband's brains, if they can find in their hearts the poor, unvirtuous, fat knight shall be any further afflicted, we shall be the ministers.
Oh, warrant, they'll have him publicly shamed. Methinks there would be no period to the jest, should he not be publicly shamed.
Come to the forge with it, then shape it. I will not have things cool.
Bardolph? What duke should that be come so secretly? I hear not of him in the court. Let me speak with the gentlemen. They speak English?
Sir, I said I'll call him to you.
They shall have my horses, but I'll make them pay. I'll sauce them. They have had my houses a week at command. I have turned away my other guests. They must come off. I'll sauce them. Come.
It is one of the best discretions of a woman I ever did look upon.
And did he send you both these letters in an instant?
Within a quarter of an hour.
Pardon me, wife. Henceforth do what thou wilt. I rather will suspect the sun with gold than thee with wantonness. Now doth thine honor stand in him that was of late an heretic, as firm as faith.
'Tis well no more. Be not as extreme in submission as in offense, but let our plot go forward. Let our wives yet once again, to make us public sport, appoint a meeting with this old fat fellow, where we may take him and disgrace him for it.
There is no better way than they spoke of.
How? To send him word they'll meet him in the park at midnight? Fie, he'll never come.
You say he has been thrown in the rivers and hath been grievously beaten as an old woman. Methinks there should be terrors in him that he should not come. Methinks his flesh is punished. He shall have no desires.
So think I too.
Devise how you'll use him when he comes, and let us two devise to bring him thither.
There is an old tale goes, that Herne the hunter, sometimes a keeper here in Windsor forest, doth all the winter time at still midnight walk round about an oak with great ragged horns, and there he blasts the tree and takes the cattle and make milch need yield blood and shakes a chain in a most hideous and dreadful manner. You have heard of such a spirit, and well you know the superstitious idle-headed eld received and did deliver to our age this tale of Herne the hunter for a truth.
Why, yet there want not many that do fear in deep of night to walk by this Herne oak. But what is of this?
Mary, this is our device, that Falstaff at the oak shall meet with us.
Well, let it not be doubted but he'll come. And in this shape, when you have brought him thither, what shall be done with him? What is your plot?
That likewise have we thought upon, and thus Nan Page, my daughter, and my little son, and 3 or 4 more of their growth, we'll dress like urchins, orphs and fairies, green and white, with rounds of waxen tapers on their heads, and rattles in their hands upon a sudden as Falstaff, she and I are newly met. Let them from forth a saw pit rush at once, with some diffused song. Upon their sight, we too, in great amazedness will fly. Then let them all encircle him about, and fairy-like, to pinch the unclean knight, and ask him why that hour of fairy revel in their so sacred paths he dares to tread in shape profane.
Until he tells the truth. Let the supposed fairies pinch him, sound, and burn him with their tapers.
The truth being known, we'll all present ourselves, dishorn the spirit, and mark him home to Windsor.
The children must be practiced well to this, or they'll never do it.
I will teach the children their behaviors, and I will be like a jackanapes too, to burn the night with my taper.
That will be excellent. I'll go by the wizards.
My Nan shall be the queen of all the fairies, finally attired in a robe of white.
Tilk will I go by, and in that time shall Master Slender steal my Nan away and marry her at Eton. Go, send to Falstaff straight.
Nay, I'll to him again in the name of Broom. He'll tell me all of his purpose, sure he'll come.
Hear not to that. Go get us properties, and trickling for our fairies.
Let us about it. It is admirable pleasures, and very honest knaveries.
Go, Mistress Ford. Send quickly to Sir John to know his mind. I'll to the doctor, he hath my good will, and none but he to marry with Nan Page. That Slender, though well landed, is an idiot, and he my husband, best of all effects. The doctor is well moneyed, and his friends potent at court. He none, but he shall have her, though 20,000 worthier come to crave her.
What wouldst thou have, boor? What thick skin? Speak, breathe, discuss. Brief, short, quick, snap.
Oh, Mary, sir, I come to speak with Sir John Falstaff from Master Slender.
There's his chamber, his house, his castle, his standing bed and truckle bed. 'Tis painted about with the story of the prodigal fresh and new. Go, knock and call. He'll speak like an Anthropophaginian unto thee. Knock, I say.
Why, there's an old woman, a fat woman, gone up to his chamber. I'll be so bold as to stay, sir, till she come down. I come to speak with her, indeed.
Huh? A fat woman? The knight may be robbed, I'll call. Bully knight, bully Sir John, speak from thy lungs military. Art thou there? It is thine host, thine Ephesian calls.
How now, mine host?
Here's a Bohemian Tartar tarries the coming down of thy fat woman. Let her descend, bully. Let her descend. My chambers are honorable. Fie, privacy, fie.
There was, mine host, an old fat woman even now with me, but she's gone.
Oh, pray you, sir, was not the wise woman of Brainford?
Aye, Mary was it, Muscle Shell. What would you with her?
Well, my master, sir, my master Slender, sent to her, seeing her go thorough the streets, to know, sir, whether one Nym, sir, that beguiled him of a chain, had the chain or no.
I spake with the old woman about it.
And what says she, I pray, sir?
Mary, she says that the very same man that beguiled Master Slender of his chain cozened him of it.
Well, I could have spoken with the woman herself. I had other things to have spoken with her too from him.
What are they? Let us know.
Aye, come quick.
No, I may not conceal them, sir.
Conceal them, or thou diest.
Why, sir, they were nothing but about Mistress Anne Page, to know if it were my master's fortune to have her or no.
'Tis his fortune.
What, sir?
To have her or no. Go, say the woman told me so.
Oh, may I be so bold to say so, sir?
Aye, sir, like who more bold?
Why, thank your worship. I shall make my master glad with these tidings.
Thou art clerkly, Sir John. Was there a wise woman with thee?
Aye, that there was, mine host, one that hath taught me more wit than ever I learned before in my life, and I paid nothing for it neither, but was paid for my learning.
Out, alas, sir, cousinage, mere cousinage.
Where be my horses? Speak well of them, Varletto.
Run away with the cousiners, for so soon as I came beyond Ayton, they threw me off from behind one of them in a slough of mire, and set spurs and away like 3 German devils, 3 Dr. Faustuses.
They are gone but to meet the Duke, villain. Do not say they be fled. Germans are honest men.
Now, where is mine host?
What is the matter, sir?
Have a care of your entertainments. There is a friend of mine come to town, tells me there is 3 cousin Germans that have cozened all the hosts of Readings, of Readings, of Maidenheads, of Colebrook, of horses and money. I tell you, for goodwill, look you. You are wise and full of jibes and flouting stocks, and 'tis not convenient you should be cozened. Fare you well.
Where is mine host digitary?
Here, Master Doctor, in perplexity and doubtful dilemma.
I cannot tell what is that, but it is tell me that you make grand preparation for a Duke de Germany. By my troth, there is no Duke that the court is no to come. I tell you for your goodwill. Adieu.
Hue and cry, villain! Go! Assist me, knight. I am undone. Fly, run, fly, hue and cry, villain! I am undone.
I would all the world might be cozened, for I have been cozened and beaten too. If it should come to the ear of the court how I have been transformed, and how my transformation had been washed and cudgeled, they would melt me out of my fat drop by drop, and liquor fishermen's boots with me. Oh, I wondered they would whip me with their fine wits till I were as crestfallen as a dried pear. I never prospered since I forswore myself at Primero. Well, if my wind were but long enough, I would repent. Now, whence come you?
From the 2 parties, forsooth.
The devil take one party and his damn the other, and so they shall be both bestowed. I have suffered more for their sakes, more than the villainous inconstancy of man's disposition is able to bear.
And have not they suffered? Yes, I warrant. Speciously one of them, Mistress Ford, good heart, is beaten black and blue, that you cannot see a white spot about her.
What tell'st thou me of black and blue? I was beaten myself into all the colours of the rainbow, and I was like to be apprehended for the witch of Brainford, but that my admirable dexterity of wit, my counterfeiting the action of an old woman, delivered me. The knave constable had set me in the stocks, in the common stocks, for a witch.
Sir, let me speak with you in your chamber. You shall hear how things go, and I warrant to your content. Here's a letter will say somewhat. Good hearts, what ado here is to bring you together? Sure, one of you does not serve heaven well, that you are so crossed.
Come up into my chamber.
Master Fenton, talk not to me. My mind is heavy. I will give over all.
Yet hear me speak. Assist me in my purpose, and as I'm a gentleman, I'll give thee £100 in gold, more than your loss.
I will hear you, Master Fenton, and I will, at the least, keep your counsel.
From time to time, I've acquainted you with the dear love I bear to fair Anne Page, who mutually hath answered my affection, so far forth as herself might be her chooser, even to my wish. I have a letter from her of such contents as you will wonder at, the mirth whereof so larded with my matter, that neither singly can be manifested without the show of both. Fat Falstaff hath a great scene. The image of the jest I'll show you here at large. Hark, my good host, tonight at Hern's Oak, just twixt 12 and 1, must my Nan present the Fairy Queen. The purpose why is here. In such disguise, while other jests are something rank on foot, her father hath commanded her to slip away with Slender, and with him at Eton immediately to marry. She hath consented. Now, sir, her mother, even strong against that match and firm for Dr. Caius, hath appointed that he shall likewise shuffle her away, while other sports are tasking of their minds, and at the deanery where a priest attends straight, marry her. To this her mother's plot, she seemingly obedient. Likewise hath made promise to the doctor. Now, thus it rests. Her father means shall she be in white, and in that habit, when Slender sees his time, to take her by the hand and bid her go. She shall go with him. Her mother hath intended, the better to devote her to the doctor, for they must all be masked and visited, that in quaint green she shall be loose enrobed, with ribbons pendant flaring about her head. And when the doctor spies his vantage ripe, to pinch her by the hand, and on that token the maid hath given her consent to go with him.
Which means she to deceive, father or mother?
Both, my good host, to go along with me. And here it rests, that you will procure the vicar, and stay for me at church twixt 12 and 1, and in the lawful name of marrying, give our hearts united ceremony.
Well, husband your device, I'll to the vicar. Bring you the maid, you shall not lack a priest.
So shall I evermore be bound to thee. Besides, I'll make thee present recompense.
Prithee, no more prating, go. I'll hold, if this is the third time, I hope good luck lies in odd numbers. Away, go. They say there is divinity in odd numbers, either in nativity, chance, or death. Away.
I'll provide you a chain, and I'll do what I can to get you a pair of horns.
Away, I say, time wears. Hold up your head and mince. How now, Master Brooke? Master Brooke, the matter will be known tonight, or never. Be you in the park about midnight at Hern's Oak, and you shall see wonders.
Were you not to her yesterday, sir, as you told me you had appointed?
I went to her, Master Brooke, as you see, like a poor old man, but I came from her, Master Brooke, like a poor old woman. In that same knave, Ford, her husband, hath the finest mad devil of jealousy in him, Master Brooke, as that ever governed frenzy. I will tell you, he beat me grievously in the shape of a woman, for in the shape of a man, Master Brooke, I fear not Goliath with a weaver's beam, because I know also life is a shuffle. I am in haste. Go along with me. I'll tell you all, Master Brooke. Since I plucked geese, played truant and whipped top, I knew not was to be beaten till lately. Follow me, I'll tell you strange things of this knave Ford, on whom tonight I will be revenged, and I will deliver his wife into your hand. Follow, strange things in hand, Master Brooke. Follow.
Come, we'll couch in the castle ditch till we see the light of our fairies. Remember, son Slender, my daughter.
Aye, forsooth. I have spoke with her, and we have an word how to know one another. I come to her in white and cry, Mum, and she cries, Budget, and by that we know one another.
Well, that's good too. But what needs either your mum or her budget? The white will decipher her well enough. It has struck 10 o'clock.
The night is dark. Lighted spirits will become it well. Heaven prosper our sport. No man means evil but the devil, and we shall know him by his horns. Get away. Follow me.
Master Doctor, my daughter is in green. When you see your time, take her by the hand, away with her to the deanery, and dispatch it quickly. Go before into the park. We two must go together.
I know what I have to do. Adieu.
Fare you well, sir. My husband will not rejoice so much at the abuse of Falstaff as he will chafe at the doctor's marrying my daughter. But 'tis no matter. Better a little chiding than a great deal of heartbreak.
Where is Nan now and her troop of fairies and the Welsh devil Herne?
They're all couched in a pit hard by Herne's oak, with obscured lights, which at the very instant of Falstaff's and our meeting, they will at once display to the knight.
That cannot choose but amaze him.
If he be not amazed, he will be mocked. If he be amazed, he will every way be mocked.
We'll betray him finally.
Against such lewdsters and their lechery, those that betray them do no treachery.
The hour draws on. To the oak, to the oak.
Trib fairies, come remember your parts. Be bold, I pray you, follow me into the pit. And when I give the watchword, I do as I bid you. Come, come, trip, trip.
The Windsor bell hath struck 12. The minute draws on. Now the hot-blooded gods assist me. Remember, Jove, thou wast a bull for thy Europa. Love set on thy horns. Oh, powerful love that in some respects makes a beast a man, in some other a man a beast. You were also Jupiter a swan for the love of Leda. Oh, omnipotent love, how near the god drew to the complexion of a goose. A fault done first in the form of a beast. Oh, Jove, a beastly fault. And then another fault in the semblance of a fowl. Think on't, love, a foul fault. When gods have hot backs, what should poor men do? For me, I am here a Windsor stag, and the fattest, I think, in the forest. Send me a cool rut time, Jove, or who can blame me to piss my tallow? Who comes here, my doe?
Sir John, art thou there, my dear? My male dear?
My doe with the black scot. Let the sky rain potatoes. Let it thunder to the tune of Greensleeves. Hail kissing comfits and snow eringos. Let there come a tempest of provocation. I will shelter me here.
Mistress Page has come with me, sweetheart.
Divide me like a bride buck. Each a haunch. I will keep my sides to myself, for my shoulders for the fellow of this walk, and my horns I bequeath to your husbands. Oh, am I a woodman, huh? Speak I like Herne the hunter? Why, now is Cupid a child of conscience. He makes restitution. As I am a true spirit, welcome.
Alas, what noise!
Heaven forgive our sins.
What should this be?
Away, away!
Oh, I think the devil will not have me damned, lest the oil that's in me should set hell on fire. He would never cross me thus.
Fairies, black, grey, green, and white, you moonshine revelers and shades of night, you orphan heirs of fixed destiny, attend your office and your quality. Crier, hobgoblin, make the fairy oys.
Elves, list your names. Silence your airy toys. Cricket, To Windsor chimneys shalt thou leap, where fires thou find'st unraked and hearths unswept. There pinch the maids as blue as bilberry. Our radiant queen hates sluts and sluttery.
They are fairies. He that speaks to them shall die. I'll wink and couch. No man their works must eye.
Speed. Go you, and when you find a maid that ere she sleeps the thrice, as thrice her prayers said, raise up the organs of her fantasy. Sleep she as sound as careless infancy. But those that sleep and think not on their sins, pinch them arms, legs, backs, shoulders, sides, and shins.
About, search Windsor Castle, elves, within and out. Strew good luck oafs on every sacred room, that it may stand till the perpetual doom, in state as wholesome as in state 'tis fit, worthy the owner, and the owner it. The several chairs of order, look you scour with juice of balm, and every precious flower, each fair installment, coat, and several crest, with loyal blazon evermore be blessed. And nightly meadow fairies, look you sing, like the garter's compass in a ring, the expressure that it bears, green let it be, most fertile fresh than all the field to see, and oni sault qui mal y pense, right in emerald tufts, flowers purple, blue, and white like sapphire pearl, and rich embroidery, buckled below fair knighthood's bending knee. Fairies use flowers for their charactery. Away, disperse, but till 'tis 1 o'clock, our dance of custom round about the oak of Herne the Hunter, let us not forget.
You look hand in hand yourselves in order set, and 20 glowworms shall our lanterns be, to guide our measure round about the tree. But stay, I smell a man of the Middle Earth.
Heavens defend me from that Welsh fairy, lest he transform me to a piece of cheese.
Biled worm, thou wast o'erlooked even in thy birth.
With trial fire, touch me his finger end. If he be chaste, the flame will be back to send, and turn him to no pain. But if he start, it is the flesh of a corrupted heart.
A trial, come!
Come, will this wood take fire?
Oh!
Corrupt and tainted in desire. About him, fairies, sing a scornful rhyme, and as you trip, still pinch him to your time.
Fie on sinful fantasy, fie on lust and luxury. Lust is but a bloudy fire, kindled with unchaste desire, fed in hearts whose flames aspire, as thoughts do blow them higher and higher. Pinch him, fairies, mutually, pinch him for his villainy. Pinch him and burn him and turn him about, till candles and starlight and moonshine be out.
Nay, do not fly. I think we have watched you now. Will none but Herne the Hunter serve your turn?
Mistress Page?
Now, sir, who's a cuckold now? Master Brooke, Falstaff's a knave, a cuckoldly knave. Here are his horns, Master Brooke, and Master Brooke hath enjoyed nothing of folds but his buck basket, his cudgel, and 20 pounds of money, which must be paid to Master Brooke. His horses are arrested for it, Master Brooke.
Sir John, we have had ill luck. We could never meet. I will never take you for my love again. I will always count you my dear.
I do begin to perceive that I am made an ass.
Aye, and an ox too. Both the proofs are extant.
And these are not fairies. I was 3 or 4 times in the thought that they were not fairies. Yet the guiltiness of my mind, the sudden surprise of my powers, drove the grossness of the foppery into a received belief, in despite of the teeth of all rhyme and reason, that they were fairies. See now how wit may be made a jackalent when 'tis upon ill employment.
John Falstaff so got, and leave your desires, and fairies will not pinch you.
Well said, Fairy Hugh.
And leave you your jealousies too, I pray you.
I will never mistrust my wife again. till thou art able to woo her in good English.
Have I laid my brain in the sun and dried it, that it wants matter to prevent so gross o'erreaching as this? Am I ridden with a Welsh goat too? Shall I have a coxcomb of frieze? 'Tis time I were choked with a piece of toasted cheese.
This is not good to give butter. Your belly is all butter.
Cease and butter. Have I lived to be the thought of one that makes fritters of English? This is enough to be the decay of lust and late walking through the realm.
Why, Sir John, do you think that we would have thrust virtue out of our hearts by the head and shoulders and given ourselves without scruple to hell, that ever the devil could have made you our delight?
What? A hodge pudding? A bag of flax?
This man?
Old, cold, withered, and of intolerable entrails.
And one that is slanderous as Satan.
And as poor as Job.
And wicked as his wife.
And given to fornications, and to taverns, and sack, and wine, and metheglins, and to drinkings, and swearings, and starings, piddles, and prabbles.
Well, I am the theme. You have the start of me. I am dejected. I am not able to answer the Welsh flannel. Ignorance itself is a plummet o'er me. Use me as you will.
Marry, sir, will bring you to Windsor, to one Master Brooke, that you have cozened of money, to whom you should have been a pander. Over and above that you've suffered, I think to repay that money will be a biting affliction.
Yet be cheerful, knight. Thou shalt eat a posset tonight at my house, where I will desire thee to laugh at my wife, that now laughs at thee. Tell her Master Slender hath married her daughter.
Doctor Stout that. If Anne Page be my daughter, she is by this Dr. Caius' wife.
Whoa, ho, ho, Father Page.
Son? How now? How now, son? Have you dispatched it?
Dispatched? Well, I'll make the best in Gloucestershire, no aunt. Would I were hanged else?
What son?
Well, I came yonder at Eton to marry Mistress Anne Page, and she's a great lubberly boy. Well, if it had not been the church, I would have swinged him, or he should have swinged me. If I didn't think it had been Anne Page, would I might never stir, and 'tis a postmaster's boy.
Upon my life, then, you took the wrong.
Like, what need you tell me that? I think so when I took a boy for a girl. If I had been married to him for all he was in woman's apparel, I would not have had him.
Why, this is your own folly. Did I not tell you how you should know my daughter? By her garments.
I went to her in green and cried mum, and she cried budget, as Anne and I had appointed, and yet it was not Anne, but a postmaster's boy.
Good George, be not angry. I knew of your purpose turned my daughter into white, and indeed she is now with the doctor at the Dean, and they're married.
Where is Mistress Page? By God, I am cousoned. I have married un garçon, a boy, un peasant. By God, a boy. It is not Anne Page. By God, I am cousoned.
Why? Did you take her in white?
Bigga, and 'tis a boy. Bigga, I'll raise all Windsor.
This is strange. Who hath got the right Anne?
My heart, excuse me, here comes Master Fenton. How now, Master Fenton?
Pardon, good father. Good my mother, pardon.
Now, mistress, how chance you went not with Master Slender?
Why were you not with Master Doctor, maid?
You do amaze her. Hear the truth of it. You would have married her most shamefully, where there is no proportion held in love. The truth is, she and I, long since contracted, are now so sure that nothing can dissolve us. The offense is holy that she hath committed, and this deceit loses the name of craft, of disobedience, or unduteous tile, since therein she doth evitate and shun 1,000 irreligious cursed hours which forced marriage would have brought upon her.
Stand not amazed, here is no remedy. In love, the heavens themselves do guide the state. Money buys lands, and wives are sold by fate.
I am glad, though you have ta'en a special stand to strike at me, that your arrow hath glanced.
Well, what remedy? Fenton, heaven give thee joy. What cannot be eschewed must be embraced.
When night dogs run, all sorts of deer are chased.
Well, I will muse no further, Master Fenton. Heaven give you many, many merry days. Good husband, let us everyone go home and laugh this sport won by a country fire, Sir John and all.
Let it be so, Sir John. To Master Broom, you yet shall hold your word, for he tonight shall lie with Mistress Ford.
And curtain.
Oh my God, sorry about that cue. I had sirens in my ear. It's like I'm so lucky you're higher up, Asher. I'm so glad you're not near the sirens. Beg pardon.
Culture in the city?
That's what makes living in New York worthwhile, though, Vicky.
Oh yes, quite worthwhile. In a small apartment too.
Oh yeah. Well, are there big apartments in New York? I mean, I know there are these people who have these great penthouses things, but mine was a 650 square foot.
I've catered for them. I'm sure other people in this company have catered in those.
Yeah,
apartments.
I have the first floor of a house.
Oh,
so
lucky
I have
you.
tons of room, and unfortunately I'm going to have to give it up soon because for various reasons. So
yeah, when we eventually